I forgot to bring up the thing.
Oh my god.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Destinies.
Okay, alright, here we go.
We just,
Take two,
everybody
take two.
else, do we do it? 3, 2.
Hello! Oh, okay.
No, you get another countdown, bitch. 3, 2.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Dungeons and Destinies. Before I continue, I would like to ask all of my players to say hi.
Hello.
Hi, stream.
Oh no.
Alright, so I have a couple disclaimers before we begin. Firstly, all the music and ambiance you're going to hear in tonight's episode was made by the wonderful Michael Kelfi. Check him out on YouTube and Spotify, along with his partner Philip Melvin. That's MichaelGhelfi. Check them out, they're great composers and fantastic and do epic stuff. I did say ambiance, okay. Next, all the character art you see on screen is made by the wonderful Alice, the player for Magnus. So chances are you're checking this out from her channels, either Twitch or YouTube. Or maybe we'll get her own channel in the future. Unknown as of this point. So make sure to give those a follow because she's hilarious, really good at what she does. She just finished the thumbnails for the second two most recent episodes, and I gotta say, the one with the cook-off is fucking amazing. It looks great. And also, all the maps and tables you see on screen are made by me using free assets such as FA Mapmaking. FA Mapmaking stands for Forgotten Adventures. They're great and they have a ton of free assets for making tabletop roleplay maps, so check them out and pay them money because you can buy certain assets. You can buy whole pre-made maps if you want to. They're really good at making maps too. Lastly, we have a TikTok. Check out Dungeon and Destinies. That's DungeonandDestinies on TikTok, and give us a follow because there's a lot of funny clips and things. You know, if you want to catch up, or if you want to just like have a laugh here and there without having to go through 36 episodes, 4 hours apiece, while I do wish you would do that for us, it's, you know, it's pretty cool if you would follow us on TikTok too. So, now, would anyone else like to say anything before we start?
There's a lot of out of context stuff on that TikTok.
Oh, it's all so funny.
That's true. That is true. Oh, what'd you say, Zoe?
I said I didn't know you knew how to spell the dungeons.
Okay. Well, you lose disadvantage.
No!
Wait, you lose
You lose
disadvantage?
advantage.
You lose advantage, sorry.
Okay.
Zoe, I'm taking
There
away
you
your inspiration.
Fuck you. It's just fucked up.
Zoe, all of a sudden I'm a divination wizard. All your rolls are natural 1, bitch.
God,
No,
damn.
it's okay. If you have inspiration, you can keep it. That's just mean, dude. So, last we left off, the party of 5, Tanaris, Spo, Lothric, Rue, and Magnus had just finished fighting through the surprised assassination attempt. They're not quite sure if it was either for Delore himself, for the king, for them. They have theories. There's theories floating around, but as they came to the end of the fight, Magnus went down. There's a lot of blood spilled, a lot of blood lost, and a lot of bodies dropped. However, at the end of the fight, they found that after Magnus was healed and didn't die, very close to death, they found that the weapons these characters were using were rather strange in nature, being very cold to the touch, and kind of almost this elvish look and feel in nature, but very dark, very metal. It's just, it's a mystery at this point. Ozo also confronted the group of 5, and Rue and Magnus both remembered, as he basically said, hey, I told you guys to not tell anybody about this, but Rue and Magnus both ended up saying something out loud to people they had partitioned, specifically Archimalaxis, or the man who was posing as Archimalaxis, was one that heard where they were going and what time. Moving on, as they were inspecting these weapons and kind of figuring out what was going on, during the fight, as the remaining enemies retreated, the same words of the Githrak Hazil had been muttered and bounded across the landscape around them as the remaining enemies returned back to whence they came. And that is where we left off. So, before we begin tonight's episode, I would like to ask each of you to roll a d20 for me, please.
Fuck.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm fear.
Natural
I
one.
hate myself.
Oh,
Oh god.
Cade!
Oh,
Is this gonna
No!
determine how pissed the king is at us? It's the only thing I really care about. Hey! 16.
If it's a saving throw, then I lost.
I got a 16 too.
It's saving throw for a blood loss.
I got a 15.
Well, I mean, Rune
Hey, that's
hasn't
not bad.
taken any damage to that battle.
No,
Rune
honestly.
took some damage.
It's
Oh,
gone.
whoa.
Zoe, are you eating
No,
French
Daenerys
fries?
got to 6.
I am!
Daenerys
You
got
have
to
ketchup
6.
or mustard?
She has
Neither.
ketchup.
I got ranch.
Ah!
Alright.
No.
Oh, what was your roll?
Natural one.
Magnus?
16.
Rue?
9.
Lothric?
15.
And Daenerys.
16.
Okay. So, last we left off, Magnus, you were just about to ask Rue about the sword. She kind of is, if I remember correctly, after the guards had just wheeled away the bodies and started back home to bring their dead to their families, Oslo was kind of sitting on the remains of the cart, and you all had started to pack up and begin to leave. Moving some stuff around. The cart that had been destroyed, unfortunately, was just another cart that you all could sit in and stay in and just live in. So you'll have to share one cart now. And that being said, I want to be sure. That way I don't fuck that up again. Okay. Rue, you were just about to go to, or Magnus, you were just about to go to Rue about this. So you may do whatever you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to wherever Rue is, just be like, "Hi, you doing okay?" The answer to that is no. Real quick though, have you ever seen anything like this? I'm gonna just like hold out the sword.
Have I? Yeah.
Off the top of your head, no, but you can roll a history check if you want to.
I would like to make a history check. Okay, I always forget my history modifier because I'm stupid. 14.
No, I mean
No.
its make and model is slightly reminiscent of the Elven village you came from, of like this weaving pattern of like just this elvish flow, but other than that you don't really recall anything like this.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like inspect it for a moment. Say, you know, the way that the hilt is carved, it feels kind of elvish, but nothing that I recognize. 'Cause a lot of elf designs have a very similar structure in how they're built, so it's not anything specific to what I know.
Okay. That's what I figured. I would just kind of like put the sword away for future use.
As in,
for future
like,
use.
where are you putting it?
I'm putting. Why do you ask it like that?
Because I need to know.
I'll just put it in my belt for right now.
Okay.
I don't. The way you ask that makes me not want to put it in the bag of holding.
No, it's just I need to know where it is in case you fucking lose it or something.
Okay.
That way I can remember where it is for you. As you kind of slide it into your belt, the blade kind of pushing away from you, it's still very cold. Like it's not warming up. It's just sapping heat from you.
Okay.
Oh, and Rue, because you're not a fire genasi or an amped up dude with blood in his veins, this sword is fucking frigid. It's really cold. When you kind of flip it through your hands, it's very, very cold.
awful. Okay. Thanks. Where did you, Magnus? Where did you get that? Was that what one
This
of
was
the?
this was on one of the assassins that Ozzo found. So
Okay.
trying to figure out,
It's really cold. Yeah, it's really cold. So, like, I don't know if like you're weak to more cold things, or
I mean,
um.
no, but like I can't really tell how cold it is, just how hot I run, and but it's whatever.
Cool. And then Rue just kind of gonna continue packing up my things.
Magnus is gonna go find somewhere to throw up.
Okay, there's plenty of places, plenty of bushes in the tree line, along with all the rotting now, well, not yet, but starting to decay corpses of the attackers left behind.
I'm gonna go find a bush, and I'm gonna go
Okay.
up Chuck, because Magnus is not used to this kind of like battlefields kind of stuff.
Alright, you fucking throw up.
Blech.
That being said, Lothric, Bo, and Daenerys, what are you guys doing?
Lothric is making sure that Tempest is like attached to the cart that he's gonna pull for them for the time being.
Okay.
Making sure all the stuff that's on
Roll
the pack is
an
there.
animal handling check with advantage.
Yeah. I got a 5.
Wow.
The lowest was a 2.
Yikes. Yeah, Tempest is a rhino, and even with your telepathic link and your fucking, like, brotherly bond, you have no idea how to, like, strap a cart to a rhino comfortably. You can do it, but it's not gonna last long.
I guess I'll like look around to see if Bo is within eyesight.
Bo,
can you come help me with this, please?
I'm a little busy, and he's currently like fiddling with his pistol.
Okay.
What do you need?
I need some help strapping this cot to Tempest. I can't seem to quite get these binds right.
Bo looks over to Lothric, looks down at Tempest. You're trying to strap a boar-sized rein to a fucking rhino?
Exactly.
Remember, these are giant boars. The boar is it's smaller than the rhino, but not by much.
Okay, fair enough. That's on me. Is Tempest even like comfortable with this?
Yeah, he's perfectly fine with it.
Blink twice if you're in. No, I'm not doing that. Bo is just gonna assist him, like tightening the reins in certain places, and like.
Okay.
I don't know what the thing is where like you put the thing in the horse's mouth.
The bit?
It's a bit.
A bit? Yeah, I didn't know what that was called.
Roll an animal handling check with advantage.
18.
Yeah, it's easy. You've saddled a lot of horses. You've saddled a few less boars, but you get it done as best as you can.
Is there anything else you needed help with?
That's it. Thank you for the help.
Mm-hmm. And he's just gonna go back to like trying to straighten up the barrel of the pistol.
All right. Daenerys, what are you doing?
I'm sending a message to my brother.
Oh, okay. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I send it to you.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
There you go.
Uh, so do you want that to be heard amongst everybody, or?
No, I'm speaking it in Eric Cochran.
Okay. Okay. So you kind of send this message in Eric Cochran, and you receive. Somebody else should take up the reign of roleplay while I type this up.
Objection, I don't like this is secret.
Nuh-uh.
No, you're not allowed to give me that heart. I don't like it.
Overruled.
feel
You
good.
ain't. Overruled. You ain't the DM.
No.
Guys can speak Eric
Daenerys,
Cochran.
Daenerys is telling on us.
Daenerys.
Daenerys is continuing her ploy. She's like,
As
the fucking
a-
assassins you sent didn't work. What the fuck, bro?
I'm fucking innocent. I didn't want to be a part of this.
As everyone's kind of apart, I guess. Bo's just gonna go over to Dusty and just continue brushing on him, continue patting on him, and he looks over at Tempest and just says, "I did not think I would ever see anything like this strapped to a cart, but here we fucking are."
Tempest looks over at you and just goes, like, I can't even make the noise.
The noise!
He does what? I'm sorry.
He goes,
Yeah.
how?
I can't make the noise.
He huffs. He chuffs.
He's
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm so fucking
He's a little grumpy boy.
He's a little
I-
grumpy boy.
I pat him on his not axe, the not axe part of his
The
head.
non-axe part of his head. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, so with that, you watch as Isabella kind of steps back out of Kelsey's cart as she kind of looks to you all and she says, "All right, it's time to move. Let's get going."
Okay.
I tip my hat and get onto Dusty.
I'm just gonna walk alongside the cart. I don't
Okay.
want to go in.
I mean, without the majority of the guard here, you'll have to be walking at a pretty fast pace to do that. If you
Okay.
want to, if that's okay.
I'd like
Just
to.
letting you know. Okay. Isabella kind of like looks at you all for like a last moment. You see there's something in her eyes there, but you can't really make it out as she kind of steps back into Kelsey's cart. And before you know it, you are all packing up your things and hopping on your horses and even a fucking rhino. And as you kind of clear the road of the destroyed carriage, you all begin to once again trod along the way on the pathway to Azuma. And boop.
The bad place.
Oh my god. You got traumatized there once.
It's enough. One time is
So
enough.
sorry.
So it's still about a day's journey out with the carts. Is there anything you all would like to do in that day's time?
Attempt to fix my pistol.
Your pistol isn't broken, I don't believe.
I thought the barrel was like still crooked, and I know that's right. We didn't make it so that the reason why the bullets didn't hit was the pistol malfunctioning. It was like actually me just being a bad shot. My bad.
Yeah.
You're just bad. Magnus is gonna go talk to Lothric.
Okay.
So I imagine that Lothric is like either doing the reins or riding Tempest.
I think he would be riding Tempest, yeah.
Okay. Magnus is just gonna like jog up next to him and just be like, "Hey, I wanted to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How do you deal with like battlefield stuff, aftermath, like mentally? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not doing great right now.
I guess you're talking about losing people, right?
Kinda. I just.
Well, there's no easy way to get over it. It happens and you move on. But you look like you're pretty mentally strong. I have been through countless battles over the years, and they just blend into one another. I try not to think about it. That usually seems to help, but that's for me, not you.
Okay.
It's just. You gotta find a way to get over it. You can't let the loss of people that are under you get to you, because you will be destroyed from within.
Sorry, I don't know if anybody can hear, but my cat is going nuts.
I can hear it.
Okay. Magnus is just gonna kind of like look down at his feet. He's definitely not satisfied with that answer, but he's just gonna be like, okay, thanks. And he's just keep walking.
You scared, Magnus?
No, I'm pissed off.
Well,
When Oslo told us not to tell anybody, I was a fucking idiot and I let it slip to whoever the fuck was at Arkham Alexis's shop and came to kill us. So, you know, I'm not doing great and I feel like this ambush was my fault. And I've never had to deal with anything like this, so... It's like very obvious that Magnus is really trying to hold it together and he's like on the verge of tears.
well, I don't mean to sound rude, but you have to deal with the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want you to think that this ambush is your fault. Who knows, it could be, but I don't think so. Just, I honestly don't really know. It's been a while since I've felt like this before. But you just gotta take it one day at a time. We got bigger things to do. So just stay focused and try not to deviate from that.
Okay. Thanks. I'm gonna just pat his thigh and just kind of fall back, but just keep walking with the cart.
Okay. Yeah. As that comes to an end, is there anything else that Rue or Generis would like to do, talk about, say, look at?
Anything at all? I mean, I think that Daenerys is going to check up on the animals. Which of ones are left?
There's a boar left. The one that broke its leg. Did you? I don't remember if you healed that one.
No, neither of us did. We didn't really
Okay.
get it.
So the one that broke its leg was probably left behind.
Fuck, that's worse.
Well, there. Most likely, there's going to be a group of people coming along to kind of inspect, look at, pick up, deal with it. So there's give me just a second, I have to load the map up. Yeah, there's 3 boars left, including Dusty and Tempest. And for the most part, the boars are relatively happy. They're not smart enough to really understand what just happened, but they're dumb enough to kind of live in bliss.
Okay.
Lucky.
And she'll go ahead and check on Dusty and Tempest as well. Make sure they're all in good health. Specifically, I think that Daenerys is going to talk to Dusty.
Okay, yeah. Give me just a second, because I don't know if you can even talk to Tempest.
Okay.
It's a spirit, so I don't think you can talk to Tempest.
Okay. That's fine.
Lothar can talk to Tempest. Tempest is fine. Dusty. What do you say to Dusty?
I'll go ahead and cast Speak with Animals, and
Okay.
I'll like come up and like kind of pet his mane and be like, "Hey, how you doing, buddy? Saw you, and I got hurt."
Well, I've sure been worse.
Yeah. Are you still hurting anywhere?
No, it's rather strange. I feel spry as a young mare right now.
Good to hear, I guess.
I don't know if mare is the right term, so I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Okay, what is it?
Foul, right?
No,
Foul?
no,
Foal.
it's a foal, and it's a colt if it's a
Foal.
male.
Okay, it's a cold. I don't fucking know. I don't know horse terms. Why would I know horse terms? I've only ever met a zebra.
What?
I've only ever met a zebra, and that was from watching Madagascar.
My neighbors actually had horses. I just don't know horse terms.
Okay.
But yeah, Dusty seems fine. He's like actually kind of chipper since the last time you talked to him.
Tanya will just look up to Bo and be like, "It looks like he's doing pretty all right."
Good. I'm glad to hear.
Speaking of, how are you?
Oh, there he goes.
I'm afraid.
Great.
I'm damn terrified.
You wanna share those feelings?
I'm about to see my mom. Soon, at least. About to see my brother. Gonna go see where Paul's buried. I'm terrified.
I can't imagine the feeling you're feeling.
I don't know. Depending on how well it goes. I don't know.
Well, someone that's been family oriented my whole life, I can't imagine the pain you're feeling. So, if you ever need a friend, I'm always here.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. What about you? How are you holding up?
I mean, it just all happened so quickly. Kind of nervous for the big meeting, of course.
You're the only one in the world I trust with this kind of thing, so I think you'll do just fine.
And a little afraid to stay traveling with Oslo. Seems like it's a little unsafe.
Well, I don't know. Maybe after this you might be able to go home.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm worried about you, especially. God, I can't tell you how afraid I am for this entire fucking group, but I'm worried about you especially just because I know at this point it's not your first time seeing these kind of things, but it doesn't get easier. Ever.
I mean, I guess everything just comes numb at some point, you know?
Yeah, I do. You should go check up on Magnus. He was looking kind of distraught earlier.
Of course. Good time.
Yeah. I'm gonna tip my hat and continue. Cole, if you're saying anything, we can't hear you.
I was waiting for Daenerys to go check up on Magnus.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry. I thought we were gonna do a time jump. Anyway,
Oh,
Daenerys,
if you want to, I mean,
That's
we don't have to do that now. Okay.
Daenerys will waddle over to
We'll
Magnus.
waddle.
Yeah.
Magnus is just walking. He's really not paying attention to the cart anymore. He's like focused on the tree line.
It's like really sunny outside, Cole.
Yeah. Actually, it's after
what's
the
the
events
forecast
that just
for
happened,
today?
where it was like, I can give you the forecast.
What's the forecast?
After the events of what just happened during about early to mid morning, or sorry, mid to late morning, the temperature begins to rise, and it's about 70 Fahrenheit right now. And as the day wears on, you begin to feel as you travel a kind of like thick or a light blanket of fog roll across the landscape as clouds begin to come overhead and a small drizzle of rain starts to come down.
Okay, so as Daenerys is like approaching Magnus, she kind of like holds one of her wings over Magnus to like keep him dry.
Go look up at it, look back at Daenerys, just be like, thanks, Tim.
How you holding up?
He's just gonna, like, shrug. Not good, I can tell you that. I'll be fine. I'll get over it eventually. It's just difficult, I guess.
It is difficult.
How are you doing? By the way.
I mean, good as you can be. Nervous. Really just distraught. I don't know.
I wanted to ask you something.
Ask away.
So, before we left, I actually was able to get in contact with Electi. More or less, he was able to get in contact with me, and he said something that was rather concerning.
Electian? Like the Aarakocra?
Yes.
Okay.
He said it was dangerous to travel with you, and to be involved with the Dorathian family. Can you tell me at all why?
He said that.
Yes.
Like, our Electi? Daenerys, like, kind of puts her wing down from above you and kind of, like, looks really fucking confused.
That's just what he told me. I don't know his relations to Arathia, but his relations to me are deep.
I mean, he hasn't been back to Arathia for years. They told me to keep an eye out for him. And tell them if I ever ran into him.
So you don't know.
Never met him.
Can
Have I actually? Cole?
Can I insight everything Daenerys is saying?
Yes, you can insight Daenerys. You've heard of Electi. You've heard that he works for the Arathian family. But other than that, you don't really know anything about him or like what he looks like or what he sounds like. You've never met him. You know he's an Aarakocran, and you know that the not the Chal, but you know that the military guy asked you to keep a lookout for him in that letter.
Okay. And that's Kukrik. Right.
Kukrik, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I got a 17 on my insight, by the way.
Daenerys, roll a deception or a persuasion if you're trying to trick them, I guess.
I mean, none of what Daenerys is saying is like a lie.
Okay. Okay. I'm just checking. Just gotta make sure. Gotta cover my bases. We just got attacked, and I don't know if it's me. It's probably me. It was me.
Really don't know why he would say that about my family.
I don't know. I just wanted to ask. I guess there might be something, you know, more going on that you might know.
I mean, there's stuff happening. Like, House Tarathian has a lot of delegations. But, especially with me on the mainland. But you of all people understand. It's politics.
Yeah. Politics. How's everybody else holding up? I know Bo and Lothric are probably fine. I haven't checked up on Ruby.
I mean, I was still, you know.
Bo.
Yeah, he's feeling anxious about coming up to his family.
Well, I mean, we're headed back to Yawthorn, so that's expected.
Of course.
But yeah.
Say, I don't know this Electi person very well. How do you know Electi?
I actually met Electi when I ran away. He was a part of the caravan that I joined that Bella operates. So I've known him for years. And then one day he up and left and just kind of disappeared, but that's kind of common with, you know, caravan folk.
Interesting. Bella seems to take a liking to me, though.
Yeah. She's a pretty good judge of character, so.
If you have any anxieties, I prefer you express them. I mean, we're traveling for a long time, so.
No anxieties, just. Well, some anxieties, but none specifically about you. That's why I wanted to ask.
Appreciate you telling me.
No worries, Pretty Bird. I'm just gonna go back to watching the tree.
Okay. All right. So, you all travel for a little bit longer, and eventually the day winds down and comes to an end. Here and there's scattered conversations, and at some point, Kelsey comes up to you in the middle of the day, and she kind of like, as you're walking alongside the cart, she hops out of the back of her cart and kind of like walks up to you. She says, fuck is her voice? I don't remember.
It's my favorite
Excuse
voice.
me.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Oh, hello. What can I do for you?
Sorry. I was well, I was hoping that you'd be able to talk to Isabella a bit more. Um, she seems rather on the fence about you all, and I know that we're going to be traveling for a while together. And not to be pernickety, but you seem like the nicest out of the whole group. Um, Either way, she has a few problems that if I think if you got to know her and talk to her, and maybe try to help her out, she'd see you in a lot better light. It's excuse me, not used to walking this fast.
No, it's okay. I'd be more than willing to help out, and to talk to her and just try to get her to open up to us a little bit.
Really,
How, yeah,
that
of
would be
course.
fantastic.
How are you doing, by the way? I don't want to pry on anything that happened during the fight, but I want to make sure that you're all right.
You see, kind of like a wash of sadness instantly hits her face. Oh, I'm quite alright. I'm just more upset about the guards and what happened with them.
I'm terribly sorry that we couldn't have done more.
Well, if you had done less, none of us would have made it out alive. So, thank you for that. Deeply appreciated. And one second.
Okay.
Hi, Cole's dad.
Hi, Cole's
I
dad.
was dead.
Hi, Cole's dad.
Our
Love you,
favorite,
Cole's dad.
our favorite segment. Cole's dad.
He's going to go take a shower, so he needed to know if I needed the restroom, which is very nice of him. She says, I don't remember where we were.
If you hadn't taken action, we all would have been dead.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So, thank you for that. Truly. And I'm so terribly sorry for flying into that state I was in. I truly hope you didn't see me, and I hope you weren't affected by it. It's just
You were
we all have-
hurt. You were hurt, and I blame nothing about what happened, any of that, on you. You were completely justified in any of that reaction, and I am so sorry that you were put in that position in the first place.
Thank you. That means a lot. I know that I hurt people, and it's just it's always hard to get under control. That's why I'm still training to be the ward of the East Tower. But you can see she's like starting to breathe heavily as she walks at this pace. She says, well, thank you. I think I'm going to go back and sit down now."
Yes, let's get you back in the car. I'll go have a chat with Isabella whenever we take a break.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you for letting me know. If you need anything from me, let me know.
I can do that. She kind of like slows down her pace to let the cart catch up to her as she climbs into the back of her cart. Eventually, after that, the day comes to a close, and the sun, after the rain and drizzle, begins to stop in the area of the reprieve. You guys kind of get out of these trees and go back to seeing the large green rolling hills and the next great forest before the town of Azuma. And as the sun begins to set, you all stop and begin to set up a brief camp. You'll be sleeping in the carts as per before. However, you'll have the fires outside, and yeah. So who's doing what?
I'll take watch if I can.
Okay, sure.
First watch if anyone wants to join.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
I'll go first with both.
Can I go
Okay.
second with Magnus?
Isabella kind of like looks as you all kind of decide this. She says, "I think that all stay up as well. Just, more eyes. As she
I appreciate that.
sits down and begins to kind of clear a pathway or like an area for just sitting in general. So let me get this straight. It was Bo, Tanaris first watch, Magnus, Rue second watch, and Lothric third watch. All right.
Before
And-
the watches start, sorry. Could I talk to Isabella?
Before we get to that, Lothric, are you cooking anything? Tanaris, are you preparing anything
Yeah.
for tonight? What are you guys doing?
I think Lothric would cover. Everybody decided to go to bed.
Okay. Roll a nature check for me. Tanaris, Bo, you two doing anything to kind of set something up, or?
Can I I'll make sure all the animals are taken care of, as well as do speak with plants to see if there's anything suspicious around us. Like right off the bat.
Yeah, they're plants. I don't know what plants sound like.
Henry Crabgrass! Henry
I
Crabgrass!
think they would sound like Eeyore. They would definitely sound like Eeyore.
No,
because
Dusty
of
sounds like
Defcon.
Eeyore. I feel like they would. I feel like
bother.
Oh no.
Dusty already sounds like
Just-
Eeyore.
Hey, Daenerys.
They could sound like Rue's cat.
No! Fucking no!
Oh, baby.
Fucking hate
Ah.
Oz's voice.
How you doing, girl? Tell me what's up.
This is
Everybody
stupid.
keeps stepping on me.
Oh, I need to talk about fellow
There's
nurse
just,
so I
like,
can get my cat back.
as you ask, there's just like a brief no, nothing here.
I fucking love voices! Oh my
Thank you guys.
It's all good in the hood, Miss Bird Woman. Thank you for the sentience for the next 10 minutes. This is the most revealing thing I've ever felt in my life.
So, what is it like being a plant?
Oh, it's all day, every day. You suck up water and nutrients. It's such hard work. And then things come to eat you when you're done. I tell you, it's awful. Horrible.
Tan, what are you doing?
Daenerys is just talking to the crowd.
god! Is she talking to grass?
She ain't right. I don't know, man. I just work
It's-
here.
I-
And Bo walks off.
Teddy
Oh.
yells at them like, "Don't worry, I'm not crazy. It's talking back to me."
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
yeah.
Tanaris, what
I'm
did
crazy.
you eat?
I'm crazy. Yeah. Okay, cool.
The
I'm
little
crazy
Bird
whenever I think something doesn't exist.
to keep the fire, that soft flame away from us. I do not wish to burn my supple roots today.
Of course, we don't plan to start a
Taurus?
fire.
Tanaris, you're not
Do
supposed
Yes,
to eat
Rue?
the berries in the forest.
Do you need me to heal you? I think you might have hit your head a little hard in the fight that I didn't realize. Do you need my help?
Did you
I
eat
Who's
Who's this
something?
blue elf telling you that you need help? You should smack her. She has no idea what she's talking about.
What do you
It's
think, Wackus Bacchus? Kill them!
She stares at the ground. She turns to Rue wide-eyed like an owl. She's like,
This grass is murderous!
Rue, I'm so confused.
I don't.
I can't. I can't.
Rue,
I
I
can't.
swear it's a spell.
Magnus in Primordial is just like, what the fuck is going on?
Bo and Dorvis is just like, I can't even fucking have one day where someone doesn't do something fucking weird.
I'm gonna leave you to it. Have fun.
No. You should have a question for the grad.
No, come back.
Question. Okay. What kind of question? What are
I
you
don't know
asking?
what would you ask grass?
I'd more or less like thank it for being here, there.
You hear that, grass?
Oh, she thanks me now. Well, when she treads on my kin and my brethren, she'll be hard-pressed to find solace when she's buried in the ground and we grow over the mound that contains her.
I love grass.
As the grass is going on this rant to Daenerys, Bo like steps in front of Daenerys and is just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
What are you looking at?
No.
What? What did I do?
This
You
grass
will
is sentient.
ruin the day that you've chosen to
Bo
mess
steps
with
back onto him on
common
accident.
grassy.
And then the 10 minutes are up because I don't want to keep doing this.
Bo accidentally steps on that patch of grass again and is just like, you weird me out sometimes.
Teddy's just like looking at everyone like, I'm not crazy.
Yes, you are.
What did the grass say to Nerys?
Vile things.
He's going to commit various war crimes, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid of
Bo
the
lifts
grass.
up his boot. Bo lifts up his boot and like scrapes off a couple of blades of grass that's stuck on there from the morning dew. It's just like, maybe it's a
mother
good
should warn-
thing.
My mother should have warned me of the grass instead of the child.
Oh my
I think
God.
This might serve as more of a threat.
Maybe it's a good thing I was stepping on him then if he was saying vile why am I even entertaining this?
Oh,
I-
fuck, that's funny.
Okay.
After shenanigans are over, is there any way to cast Tiny Hut around the wagon? Like, how tall is it? Because
How the
Tiny
fuck is-
Tiny Hut is 10 by
is a
10.
5 foot?
No, 10 by 10. So 10 wide, 10 up.
The wagon is 12 feet tall
Fuck!
and 13 feet long.
Okay, yeah. I'll just
That's a hard no.
I'll cast it like I can't cast it then. Never mind. Because it can't be inside. Never mind. I won't cast it because I can't.
Okay.
Stupid.
Oslo will join you guys for dinner as he kind of like sits down and just eats silently.
Got
And
a
while that's
15 on
happening,
that, by the way.
it's pretty decent food. Rue, you kind of sit down next to Isabella and she kind of like looks at you and then just goes back to her food and then every now and then takes a swig out of her flask if you want to say anything.
So, Isabella, how long have you been the matron of the capital?
Long enough. Keeps eating.
That's cool. That's cool. Where all have you been? Have you like grown up in the capital, or have you like been all over?
Family's from Alethor. Never been anywhere else.
So this must be quite an exciting kind of adventure for you, right?
Exciting's a word for it.
I know it's been a little treacherous so far, but I hope that the rest of this goes as smooth as possible.
She kind of like puts down her plate and looks at you, and she says, I hope that you don't make this mistake thinking we're friends. And she gets up and you go ahead.
I was just trying to be friendly because we're going to be on this trip with each other for a while. So the pleasantries are limited.
I don't know what just happened to your mic.
You
but
just
went
sat
underwater.
on it.
Pretty cool.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you sat on your mic.
Oh, there we go. You're better now.
Mic right here.
Yeah, but you sounded like you were fucking talking out of your ass.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Sorry. I said, I know, we're just gonna be on this trip for a while, and, you know, I feel like pleasantries are needed, because I feel like we all got off on a little bit of the wrong foot.
You're right. You know what? Fine. You're right. She kind of like looks at you and she says, my name's Isabella Carr. I have been the matron of Alethor for a while, and if you want any more than that, I'll be more than happy for you to get me drunk.
I've never been drunk before.
Yes, you have. You were
Well-
hammered at Reliquary. Which is rather impressive, by the way, because it was only an ale.
Okay. Once. But, I mean, we've got nothing else to do.
Just keeps looking at you.
Do you want to get drunk, or
I want nothing more than to get drunk.
cheers, I guess?
She hands you her flask.
I'll take a drink.
Oh.
Not like a full swig, but like a sippy.
Take a sip. It's
fuck.
fucking.
Take a-
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like this is swill and fucking rubbing alcohol. It is incredibly potent and very very strong. More
It's
than a
jet
couple
fuel.
sips will get you fucking hammered.
Man, you know, I feel like I saw you drinking this morning.
She takes the flask from you and just like throws it back for a second and takes it away. You did. You're right.
That's impressive. If not a little odd. Odd is a good word for it. Oh my god, it's stuck in my throat. Why does it burn going all the way down? You know, the ale that I had in Reliquary did not burn.
No clue. She takes another swig. Hands it back to you.
Take another fucking sip!
Oh
Here we
god,
go!
Rue's gonna get hammered, and I'm gonna have to do watch with her.
Where are the Constitution saving throws? I wonder.
Yeah. Fucking.
Fuck yeah. We're getting fucking fucking schwanked.
Okay. You take another sip and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. Yep.
There we go.
Are we all in like a circle next to each other?
I don't fucking know. Are you sitting in a circle?
Yeah, we're just watching
Sure.
this
Yeah.
unfold. Rue get
You're watching-
bullied
Well,
by
you
this
get-
matron.
You get +2 to saves anyways, being 10 feet from me, so.
8.
You're starting to get fucking like woozy.
You did nothing.
She grabs it from you and takes another swig.
May I have a try at that?
Shrugs and passes it to you.
Thank you. I take like a big swig.
Take a big swig.
Oh,
Okay, roll a
fuck.
Constitution saving throw.
19.
19. It's not hitting you yet. You're keeping it down, but this shit's like really, really strong. Like this is stronger than most drinks you've ever had.
Straight Everclear.
Yeah, honestly, it is.
Chugging
it's-
this will make you blind.
This shit is fucking jet fuel
This is-
and moonshine.
This is
the equivalent
bathtub
of, like,
moonshine.
Johnny Jump Up. This is
Oh,
this is
God.
like 99.999%.
Jesus.
She takes it from you and just takes another swig.
Strong. Good, but strong.
Not strong enough, apparently. She hands it to you, Rue.
I don't think
Reckless
you need...
abandon.
No,
She has
I'm
no
grabbing
obligation.
it from her before she can take another sip because I don't want to have to deal with more.
Ow!
No,
God, you're so
fuck you.
fucking loud.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck you.
Okay.
No, I'm taking another drink.
No, you're not. You're done.
Rue takes another drink.
Fuck.
Full sip this time. We're not
Full
doing
sip.
little baby sips.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'm
Here we go,
watching
baby.
In horror.
Woo! It's an 8 again.
You fucking pass out. You're gone. Out like a
Oh,
light.
there she goes.
You take a sip, and after about 3 minutes, it hits you, and you're just.
Good night.
She kind of.
Oh, well, I guess she won't be able to go on watch with us.
Out, and she kind of just goes. and
Take
takes
it,
the,
hand
takes the
it to
flask.
her.
and just- You watch as she takes the flask and fucking just downs the rest of it and puts the cap back on and puts it in her back pocket. Gets up, dusts herself off, and she says, "Well, thank you for the conversation," and then heads back to the cart with Isabella.
That didn't go well at all.
Nice.
Magnus, I don't think she's gonna be able to go on watch with you now.
I'm just
Oh
gonna
my God.
turn and stare at him. You think? Do you, Bo? Do you think?
No, I got it.
No,
you're out.
No.
Am I fully fucking out? Am I
No.
fully
You're
fucking
out.
Fully
You are
asleep.
gone.
You rolled 2
Oh,
8s, I'm
shit.
sorry.
That sucks. Okay.
You
You done fucked up, Aaron.
you take an 8-hour-long rest. I don't know what to tell you.
Cole, by the way, have you already taken a long rest?
No, not
Ha-
yet.
have we
I
gone
mean,
to another day?
You've taken a short rest.
Okay.
This will be the long rest after the battle.
Okay, thank you.
So with that, Oslo kind of silently gets up from his meal and goes back to the cart where you guys are all kind of just sitting, waiting. And night comes. Isabella comes out and sits on the other end as watches start. Unless there's oh god, anything else you guys want to do before that begins?
Isabella, do you want to take Rue's shift?
I was planning to stay up all night anyway.
Jesus.
All right, you're welcome
Christ.
to join in the conversation if you'd like.
We're putting Rue in her bedroll.
Okay.
Jesus.
Like
Christ.
you put her in the
Like-
fucking drunk person position.
Yeah, like, on her side,
choke on her
like,
vomit.
dig a hole next to her just in case she throws up.
Yeah.
Cover her, just like sleep, drink responsibly.
Do you think the hole's deep enough?
Honestly, I don't know how much she drank.
I
Lothric, how
think
much
that
did
could
she
use
eat?
a couple.
I'm gonna dig some more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like get her
Alright.
set.
So, first watch, Lothric, or Daenerys and Bo, am I right? Alright. Is there anything you two want to talk about?
Well, Firebird. I don't know what to make of all this. How are you feeling, really?
Like actually feeling?
Like, actually feeling?
I mean, I feel awful.
You almost cussed there.
No, I know I did not.
Yes, you did. Anyways. Not good?
I don't know. I mean, we've been around plenty of corpses since our time here, but none that big. None that like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. I do. What do you think is gonna happen at the Akala?
Honestly, no idea. I'm nervous because I have a choice to make.
What's the choice?
I can sit back, let the Akala happen how it's intended. I can represent my house, Astrathian, or I can represent the Isles, all of Arathia. It's a big responsibility, and I don't know if I'm suited to represent any of that.
It's gonna be your responsibility in due time, ain't it? You're an heiress.
I mean, I hope my brother doesn't die.
Oh, is he in line before you? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the king.
Oh, he is? I did not know that.
Well, of my house at least.
Ah, okay. What is it like back on Arathia?
It's quite different from here. All well, things are floating. It's quite an anomaly. We have all the islands kind of chained together so they don't float apart. Although they migrate. It's interesting. Um, it's high altitude, so it can get kind of cold. We don't really get like snowy or rainy weather because a lot of it's above the cloud line, but parts that aren't still get some pretty crazy weather.
I mean, I'm sure it builds up.
Yeah, but the kingdoms are beautiful. Nothing like them in the world.
I would love to see something like that one day. I'm sure you'll do just fine whenever it's your turn. If it becomes your turn.
I mean, I would love to rule one day. I have ambitions, but it's hard.
Like what?
I mean, I want to return back to Spectre Isle. Seems like our people once lived there.
Okay. Fair enough. Sure, Theoden would absolutely appreciate the help. Well, in his own way.
And there's correspondence between myself and the islands about that as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I'm an awful horse owner.
You know, I'm still confused why you prioritize this horse over any other horse.
He's been with me since before the group even started. Hell, if you really, really want to get technical, you could say that him and I are the first, like, I guess, official, and he does, like, big air quotes when he says that, official members of this group? I don't know.
It's like family to you. I get it.
Of course.
It's just silly to me. I guess maybe it's my like pride or whatever.
Have you never had a pet?
No, I mean, we've had plenty of Pegasi and lots of animals rotating through the house. Never one that's dedicated to me though.
What the fuck is a
No.
Pegasus?
Not Pegasi.
Oh?
Griffins.
Very important. Not Pegasi. You've had griffins and hippogriffs.
Okay,
Pegasi are mythical creatures.
okay. We have griffins.
What the fuck even is a griffin? I know you talked about it like the day that we met. What the fuck is a griffin?
It's like kind of like a horse, but with a lot more utility.
Horse but better.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Well, they have wings, first of all. That they're more vicious. They can defend themselves unlike a horse.
Cool.
It's what the warriors on Arathia use. I assume.
What do you think is going on with Lothric? I've had like a hunch on my back, like about like something that my mom told me about once when I was a kid, but then
The bowman.
I haven't. Shut up. I haven't had time to ask like Rue about this hunch because I feel like she was the one that would know the most about it. I don't know.
Just to like recall, I did do that blood ritual on Lothric, didn't I, Cole?
No, that was Irineth.
No, that was Irineth.
Okay, I wasn't sure, because I did a blood ritual, like the same one at one point, I think.
No, you recognized the spell,
Okay,
but I don't believe you ended up doing it.
I don't think so. Just want to make sure.
I don't know. He seemed fine recently, but
I couldn't tell you really. It seems like Lothric's just being Lothric to me, but in little ways, I kind of feel like he could be done with other things.
I don't know. Do you think Magnus is gonna be okay
Agnes,
at the Akala? Do you think he's gonna be all right? I'm worried about him the most, other than you.
oh, don't know. It's been a while since I've been around his family.
I don't think that counts as his family anymore. Not as Paul, anyways. I feel like at this point we're more family. I like to think.
I mean, it's been a while since he's seen his blood family. And from the sounds of it, no one seems to really like them. My family's always been a little, like, standoffish. There's no really relationship there, to be honest.
If his dad
Okay.
gets to him. Oh, go ahead.
That will bring us to the end of that portion. How about you two roll your rolls for fucking the thing? Go watch. That's what it's called.
3.
3.
Dirty 20!
Okay. Isabella is still watching, just listening, sitting there, chilling. And that'll bring you to the end of your watch. So you may both get the next people. I believe it was Magnus and Rue, but Rue is currently in an unconscious
Intoxicated.
daze. Rue, roll
Absolutely fucking
roll a
smashed.
Constitution saving throw for me to see if you fucking vomit all over yourself.
I don't want it.
Wait, we have the hall though.
The
Magnus dug a
hall!
hall.
She's on her side! Give her advantage!
Also... Damn it. No, I don't need advantage. Oh, son of a fucking bitch.
You need advantage.
Sounds like you needed advantage, Rue.
9.
You managed to get, you like wake up and you're like, you know, you turn. You managed to get some of it in the hole. You know, you did pretty well. And then you passed out again, so your status will be found out in the morning.
To be determined.
Yay.
I'll go over and wake Magnus up.
Okay.
Magnus, come on. Come on.
Okay.
You're okay. Just keep
I'm
watch.
gonna just get up.
Bo gets into
sit
his thing and goes to bed.
Night.
Okay. So Magnus, you take position. Isabella kind of sits behind you with her back to you. Is there anything you want to say to her?
So that was mean.
Is that a... Oh, okay. She doesn't respond immediately.
You know, she can't really handle her alcohol like you can, but...
She wanted to talk. I gave her an agenda. She didn't pull through.
True. However, she just was trying to be nice. And frankly, I'd appreciate if you didn't try to play games with us.
Magnus, I would appreciate nothing more than if we could stop playing games. Say the moment you stop playing with our lives, I would love to. But up until that point, by all means, we will keep playing games.
Can I insight check her to, like, see what
Insight
the
check.
fuck she's talking about? Because I'm an idiot. Dirty 20.
She overheard you telling Bo that you were the one that let the cat out of the bag, basically.
That Lothric? Lothric?
Oh, Lothric, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
And you also feel like she does feel a bit of remorse for what she did.
Mm-hmm.
She feels a little bit bad, but
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's fair. Sorry, not used to this whole having responsibility for other people kind of thing. And I'm doing my best, so you're gonna have to bear with me for a bit.
she doesn't say anything. Just keeps
Yeah.
watch.
That's it.
Alright.
I do my rolls now.
Roll for your watch.
For my watch. Fuck yeah! It wasn't a nat 20, but it was a 19. Plus 21.
Okay. Nothing happens during the night, and you are able to go wake up Lothric
Mm-hmm. And just Lothric.
and just Lothric.
And just
Hell
Lothric.
yeah.
I'm gonna go caress his
don't
face
like
lovingly.
Wake up, my sweet prince.
Just Lothric. Wake up. Just
Hello, darling. I need you to wake up.
just be like Lothric. Lothric.
What?
Oh.
Shaking his face.
No, I'm just like, I'm rubbing the bridge of his nose. Just like crouched next to him, just like arm's length away, just like rubbing the bridge of his nose, just like, Lothric, it's me, the ghost of your
What?
past. It's time for your watch.
You know you can shake me awake. You don't have to caress my face.
No, it's not as fun. Come on, get up.
Alright. And Lothric gets up and goes over and just begins his watch.
Okay.
Can I, before I go back to bed, can I go check on Rue? Make sure she's
Yeah.
still situated? I
Yeah,
would like to, please.
she's on her side.
Is
You
she-
have dark vision.
I do have dark vision.
There is a heavy smell in the air, of just straight vomit, and the longer you inspect her, she's fucking caked. It's inside her bedroll. Like it's not a pretty sight.
No, can I prestidigitation that away?
There's a lot. There's a lot of vomit.
Can I prestidigitation that away?
You can. It's not like. Well, I don't know.
Because it says
hang on.
soil or unsoil, and vomit does technically count as soil.
Yeah. Yeah. You can clean the bedroll. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Just kick a little bit of dirt in the hole, not enough to fill it, just like enough to cover it, so it's not like as putrid. And then
Yeah.
I'll prestidigitation the vomit away, and then I'll put
Oh.
like
Goodbye, birds.
I think the music stopped.
Nope.
No, it's still going.
Oh.
I'll put like an extra like blanket or something over her. Just like
Okay.
cover the vomit that's like on her, so it's not like,
Okay.
oh god, I'm
Yeah,
cold and in vomit and like it'll be like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
alright.
warm and covered in vomit.
Warm vomit is arguably
Yeah.
better than cold vomit, I would say.
It's the rum chata all over again. God damn it.
Oh no.
All right. So you do that, and then go to bed. You may take a long rest. Lothric, you are awake. Isabella is at your back as you are both watching. Is there anything you would like to say to her before you start your watch?
You know, you handled yourself quite well back there. That's commendable. You would have made a fine soldier in my unit.
She didn't say anything.
Well, while you're watching, I'm gonna go check on Tempest, if you don't mind. And Lothric is gonna get up and he's gonna go check on Tempest.
Okay.
Place his
Tempest
hand
is
on his
fine.
horn and okay.
Tempest is a spirit, so I don't fucking know. I don't know if he sleeps.
He just stands there watching
Former,
Rue vomit.
unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, he's just like sitting there, chilling.
How you doing, Tempest? You all right?
I am anxious to go.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
The deeper version
job
of I
back
am an
there.
American man.
I
Good
am
job back
anxious,
there.
and I am ready
Thank
to
you
go.
Thank you for having my back.
What would he say? I don't know. Thank you for being there.
Well, glad to see you doing all right. I'm gonna get back to my watch. You know if you see anything, okay?
I can do that.
Then Loffic's gonna go back and sit down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, roll for your watch.
Got a 12.
Okay. Alright. Nothing to your knowledge happens. And as the day begins to rise and the sun begins to come over the rolling green hills and spread light into the bright blue sky, we will take a long rest. It is a new day, and you are about half a day's walk from Azuma.
Yay.
How hungover is Rue?
How hungover is
It's
Rue?
not good. It's. I mean, I've never been hungover myself, so I can't tell you. But
Nope.
it's
In the
not
cart.
good.
In the cart. You're not walking today. In the
But-
cart. In the cart.
But,
Should,
Do we have a bucket for?
shouldn't we help her clean first?
how?
Yeah, you wake up, Rue,
Oh,
and
shit,
you are
yeah.
covered in vomit. You're
How?
fucking. You
Oh.
smell bad. You look horrible. It's not good, and you feel even worse. So.
Great. Fantastic.
Pounding headache and nausea.
Tanaris, can you do like cast water? Is that a thing you can do still? We'll just waterboard you for a second.
That's a Daenerys thing, not me.
Let me hang on. I think I have my own spell for that. So let me double check here, because I
Are there, like,
believe I can create
clothes
food
around
and
or something?
water. I create 30 gallons of water.
Just above you, just
What?
whoosh!
I'm sorry.
That's what
Hang on. one
Create
second.
water.
Food and water. Create 45 pounds of food and
Give
30
me just
gallons of
1
water on
second.
the ground or within or on containers within range.
I'll try to use a shape water so you don't just fucking get smashed by
So-
water.
Just whoosh!
In her hungover state, she would literally just cast it over herself and then deal with the repercussions later.
Oh, Starshine, that's gonna hurt.
So, you can create 30 gallons just on the ground and it'll just like, or you can do it in like a fucking bucket if you have a bucket available, but you can't like put it above yourself.
we don't
That's
have
so lame.
we don't have breakfast bucket anymore, so
No.
Hey, I got shape water, so
Hey, that works. Okay, so then yeah, I'll cast. I'll cast create food and water.
Okay.
Just
well,
on the ground in front of me.
I'll just be like, "Ru- let's go like where people can't see you, and we'll just like give you a little shower.
Okay. Okay. I'll, like walk over into the woods, like away from everyone.
They're in
But
the
it's, like,
woods. You're in the middle of the hills.
oh,
Yeah.
we're just in the middle of the fucking.
do we just over the hill?
oh,
Do
no.
any of us
I'll
have spare
fog cloud.
clothes Besides our fancy shit, does any of us have
Yeah,
spare clothes?
you all have spare clothes on you,
Okay,
as well
okay,
as
okay, okay.
rations and traveling bedrolls. You know.
I'll
got
give
all-
Rue like a big shirt to just chill in.
Just to chill.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll fog cloud so no one can see.
Yeah, I'll just hand like one of my shirts to Daenerys, and I'll just be like, she can
Okay,
chill
so-
on that.
Do remember that the reprieve is the windiest part of.
Who
What
just
occurred?
cast
So,
Gale
sure
and
you
just
want the
blow
fog
dryer?
cloud.
You're right. You're right. Hold on, I have more ideas.
Okay.
Can I do
Just use
blazing
mold
trails
earth.
and it's just a wall of fire? Fucking just do
If-
Sinis on the
what?
grass.
And this is just grass on the ground, right? If there's vines, I can tell them to stand up.
It's just grass.
God
It's
damn it!
grass. You can go over a hill, maybe. Like it's there's changes in elevation to prevent things. from
Okay.
being seen. We can
Okay,
say that.
we'll go over the hill.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
do that.
Okay. So
And tell that
you
grass
disrobe.
to take that new green steroid and grow.
God damn it.
Right.
You
Grow!
you disrobe and conjure water, I guess.
I
and
can
just kind
cast
of, like,
invisibility on Rue.
That's you
Um,
don't need to go invisible. A
And then
hungover
Daenerys
person
will just,
invisible is, like bad.
Run the water up and down, like make sure
Great.
she's all clean.
All right. So as this is happening, okay. There's off in the distance you hear a soft as a small herd of sheep start coming over the hill.
Daenerys is gonna cast speak with animals and be like, turn around, turn around.
Turn around. I need this on a shirt now. Just a picture of a sheep, and it's just like turn
Okay, yeah,
around?
yeah,
Question
well-
mark?
Around.
Alice, we'll
Turn
get on
around.
designing that. That'll
Turn
be our
around.
after talks.
So the small herd of sheep, very confused at hearing your direction, kind of like stop and like huddle up, and like one goes like, "What?"
Daenerys like stands in front of Rue and like spreads her wings and she's like, "What? We're busy here."
Hawk, 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 run, run! And they all
Hawk!
begin to like go over, and as they do that, an old shepherd man kind of climbs over the hill, and he's like, "No, no, Cozy!" Poof, and he falls over.
He just dies.
As he sees you and he falls over.
Sir, can we have some privacy, please?
He's not responding.
Give him a heart attack. Poor
We just
guy.
gave old man a heart attack.
Add 12 to our fucking body count. God damn it.
Tenny's like grabs the big shirt Bo gave her and is like, "Here, put this on quickly."
Okay. So you hear the sheep go, "Meh, meh, run, run, hawk," as they kind of like go over the hill. And as you have a really high perception, so you do hear the old man kind of muttering like, "There's another nymph. I knew I saw one. I knew I saw another one. I knew I would see one. Oh, this is the greatest day of my life."
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Ah! Little pervert old man. Ah!
But eventually, you do clean yourself up and get into a new set of clothing.
Yay.
Fucking
I think
game.
we should return to the wagons.
I'm going home. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the wagon. Just like
Okay.
not giving anything like a second thought, just being like, I don't have the capacity right
Yeah,
now.
your head is pounding, you're nauseous, an old dude just saw you fucking completely
Yeah.
naked.
They
I'm,
just-
like,
they
holding
just-
my head.
They just crest the hill. Magnus is sitting on it. It's just like, did I hear sheep?
Did I just hear an old man?
Unfortunately, yes, you did.
What happened?
Oh, he saw you naked.
Oh no.
Yes, he did.
Like after Rue's like over the hill, Daenerys comes stomping. She's like, "This
10,
old
10, 10,
man."
10, 10, 10, 10, 10. This old ass motherfucker.
So, last we left off, the Band of the Wildstorm. Austin, you back?
He's munching, I
Yeah.
think.
I'm just eating.
Yeah, he's
I don't
there.
like it when
Okay.
people watch me eat.
That's a weird thing. The Band of the Wildstorm had just woken up, and Rue washed herself. She watched herself getting watched while washing herself. There you go.
Good job.
I think I just had a stroke listening to that explanation.
And you are all about to head out about half a day's journey to Azuma before you board whatever ship it is that has been basically, I guess, commissioned for you to take you to Sulili, to the capital city of Sulili, Nowadu.
Yay.
I'm terrified.
So, what are y'all doing?
I'm taking a nap.
Okay,
In
you
the
can take a nap.
cart.
Go
I'm
ahead.
taking a fucking snooze.
You take your meditation. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm just walking.
How far away did you say we were?
It's about half a day's journey. Not very long, like a couple hours.
Okay. Is Magnus? Are you walking beside the cart?
I'm walking. I'm one step in front of the other. I'm just walking.
Here, Magnus. Do you want to get up here?
What?
You can get up behind me on Dusty. Give your feet a break.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, thank
Are
you.
you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. I just want to walk right now. I appreciate it though.
I'm worried about you.
I'm just gonna do finger guns.
Okay. Alright. Lothric and Daenerys, is there anything you two want to do while you're on the way?
I'm gonna take a sip of my thermos. With the
Oh,
Coffee.
yeah. Roll a d20 for me.
Coffee thermos.
Coffee
there, man.
Hey, I got a 14.
You got a 14? Well, it doesn't go away. I'm running out of coffee types, so hang on. I gotta fucking...
Cole, you just need to make a
Mint
list.
chocolate chip. Mint
I
chocolate.
have a list, but I'm out of them now. This is... I don't fucking know.
No, like a list, like a D20
Caramel
list.
macchiato.
This is like a mocha. This is a nice mocha. Mocha cappuccino, motherfucking thing, coffee drink. I don't drink coffee.
It's fluffy as
Um,
hell.
And it's decent. It's not what you're used to, but it's decent.
Bo, do you want a sip of this? This coffee is actually really good.
What is it this time?
It's like a chocolate coffee. They wouldn't know what a mocha is at that time, so
No,
Yeah.
Bo might.
And chocolate isn't like sweet. Chocolate. You wouldn't know what chocolate is, honestly. Like you would have had it a couple times, but it's not what we think of chocolate is now.
Here, can I try it?
yeah, I offered it to you. So go ahead.
I'm really tired, man. I'm sorry. And he takes this thermos and takes a swig.
Roll a d20.
8.
I forgot.
It doesn't empty, but this tastes like coffee. It's not any better. It's just normal black coffee.
It tastes like coffee. Was this supposed to be different?
Well, it tasted really good to me. Are you getting straight black coffee?
Yeah, this just tastes like being water.
I don't understand that thermos sometimes. It's different for me, it's different for you, it's different for everybody. What the hell?
Just take it. I don't want any of this. Just... Thank you, though.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, Daenerys, you want to do anything?
We'll get a message, Varus again.
Oh, okay, all right. Send him a message.
I'm just gonna tell him like, Varus, I'm safe for now. We're making our headway to the next city. I'll let you know when we get there.
Okay. Please be careful. Last message you sent, you sounded worried. Not getting anywhere with investigation. Gail says she loves you. That's it.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Okie dokie, artichokes. As the day presses on and kind of moves along the fucking mojo of the day, the sun kind of rises higher into the sky, and about 4 or 5 hours. When I said half a day's journey, what I meant is like half of like the sun time. That's what I meant. Okay. About 4 or 5 hours later, you guys enter the woods outside Azuma. Very familiar woods, very familiar road, very familiar space. Rue, you kind of wake up and you kind of come out of your meditative daze to this, and very, very soon, you begin to see a few dotted farmsteads here and there, or hunting steads rather. And as you get in further and further, you begin to see the thatched roofs and the kind of dirt roads of Azuma. So, give me just a second. And it's not long before the sounds of the town begin to overcome. What the fuck? What just happened? What? I don't know. It made a noise. It was like, the sounds of the town begin to overcome the sounds of a distant river, the river that you came in on. And you enter, and the familiar large brick building of the matron station off in the distance reminds you of everything that happened to you here, and tells you, or it gives you a reminder of, like, you're better than that now. You're much better than that now. And, yeah. As you enter, a lot of people begin to kind of, like, look at the cart. There's no bearers anymore. There's no flag bearers signaling that this is a royal entourage. But seeing an axe-blade rhino for most of these people is the weirdest thing they've ever seen. So people begin to gather, and as they begin to notice who you are, a lot of them begin to disperse. They're not cheering for you. They recognize you, and they're kind of just like, oh. And they begin to just leave. Go about their daily business as you head towards the docks.
Are we just going straight through to the docks?
Unless you want to do anything else while you're here.
I do have one thing.
Oh.
Okay, what's that?
But it's not like with the townspeople. I looked it up, and apparently I can change my cantrips too, so I would like to send a message.
Oh, when you level up? You mean?
Is it only when I level up?
I believe so, yeah. I believe you can only change your spells when you level up.
I didn't change them whenever I leveled up. Is it okay if I just stick with the two ones that I have now? Like the message and the... If you're okay with that, I will gladly change it back to the other one that I had.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, just have the ones that you have now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'd like to send a message.
Is it message? Is it message or is it sending? Because you can't send it. You can't message somebody across the way.
You're right. I can't. I was thinking of
should
sending.
Be like
Never.
120 feet range.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'm going to take out my spoon and just look at a random townsperson and just say Philonareth, 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 Philonareth.
Jesus
You do that, and this
Christ.
dude who's, you see, he's like, 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 he's He's like, as he cuts wood and then loads another log on. As soon as it starts happening, pauses, and his eyes go wide, and he's like, he doesn't fucking move as you're like, Phylon Wrath.
Think
And
of
he starts
Phylon
looking
Wrath.
around.
It's a cat. Phylon
It's a cat!
Phylon Wrath.
He starts looking around to see if anybody else is doing it, and he kind of just shakes his head and takes his axe and then cuts another piece of wood.
I'm gonna look to
cat.
another townsperson near him and just be like, Phylon Wrath.
We're just fucking terrorizing this town.
This guy is stumbling through the street, and as he does it, he's like, and he grabs his head and kind of like shakes it a bit. This guy is working off a fucking hangover, and as you're doing that, he's like,
Think about the god Phylon Wrath.
Okay. All right, you do that. You can add a charge to your can of tuna.
Is this what autism is?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Man.
So let me pull some stuffs up. Luckily, they don't get angry at you, so good job. Good job.
Yay, I have a charge in Azza. My
Yeah.
So
my boy.
it's not long before you finally hit the docks of Asima. It's almost welcoming. I mean, these docks were the ones that you came in on. These docks are the ones that you're leaving on. From the adventure from Cobalt to here, the day is full and new, and it's almost reminiscent of the time you came here. It's this kind of like light breeze, this light chill in the air in the early morning. It's not quite drizzling or raining yet, but it is a cloudy overcast. And standing at the docks, like kind of just like surveying the ships, there's a couple of them, you see the back of the head of the half elf, Falborn Whisperwind, as he's kind of just sitting there like surveying the docks. And as the carts come to slow and you all begin to dismount, he hasn't seemed to notice you yet.
Give him a whistle. Just get his
The
attention.
whistle.
Just...
Oh god.
So Falmor kind of like, oh, hello. It's great to have you back. What was that? Sorry, something just went.
A mouse ran over his foot. The fuck was that?
Yeah, Falmor's like, oh. He's like, oh, hello. Wonderful to have you back. Please, here, let me help you with that. And he kind of like rushes over and begins helping you guys unpack. And as Oslo gets out of the carriage he's been in the entire time, him and Kelsey get out of the same carriage, and Isabella kind of like comes back around and holding a couple of boxes. Oslo says, Falmorn, it's great to see you again. I'm glad to see you're in good health. How are things here? And Falmorn kind of says like, oh well, it's Asima, sir. After the whole sacrifice thing and the kidnapping, of course, we're terribly sorry about that again. Things have gotten rather dour, and most people are not of good spirit anymore. But the festival's coming up, so we're excited for that. It's only about 3 weeks away now, so it's hoping to bring some good energy. I hope. And I was like, well, there's only so much that can be done. Be sure to take your job easy. I don't want to see you overstressed. I know that you're in a position where you don't want to be in this work, but it's a good idea for you specifically to be. And I thank you for taking up that challenge. Farmer kind of just says, of course, Your Highness. Anything for you. Anyway, your ship. I know that your advisor commissioned it for you. I must say, though, Your Highness, that it's rather unkempt. So should you want another ship? And also kind of like puts his hand up and he's like, No, stop that right there. It's a good thing that it's unkempt. We don't want to be flourishing on the seas. You know, we don't want to be extolling that we're of wealth. So where is it? And he kind of like looks towards the docks, and Falmorn kind of like, well, sir, it's and he points to a ship, and as you all follow where he's pointing, you see
A piece of shit.
on the docks floats a ship long past its prime.
Oh,
It looks like it has sailed the world over more than a few times, and each time no one has bothered to take care of it. The once resplendent white and blue paint has aged and started to peel off, and the boards that were once smooth with a beautiful brown color have weathered into a gray color and rough texture. The sails have been patched no less than 7 times, each time with a canvas of different color. However, the most recent patches seem to at least try to reel the wild array of beige, browns, blacks, and whites in. Even the chains for the anchor and the nails holding the ship in place seem exhausted. The rust overtaking the original metal is the only thing that brings a semblance of the natural color of wood back to the boat. The figurehead, once an empowering carving of a woman cracking a whip, seems less like a figurehead and more a whittling project at this point. Chips, dents, and cracks spread across the wooden figure. The whip has long since snapped off, leaving the cracked and withered figure in true resemblance of the ship.
I'm gonna lean to whoever's close to me and just be like, I think I'd rather have the zombie ship.
I wouldn't.
Fuck you, I put time and effort into that.
That's fair, but I don't want a ship that has zombies on it. Not more.
Would you rather something
I
that's
ride the horse up the dock.
seaworthy?
Also kind of like, oh, you aren't kidding. All right. Where's its crew? And Falmar kind of says, oh, right. Its crew. Right. If you go on deck, you'll meet the first mate. I believe his name is Minoff. I'm not entirely sure where the captain is, but Minoff seems to be rather capable. So talking to him should lead you to some levels of success. I will get the rest of your things and bring them aboard as you go establish yourselves, Your Highness. Oslo was like, right. Would you all like to accompany me?
Sure thing.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Are we sure this is safe, Oslo?
If Arnulf picked it, that's the safest thing around. So he kind of like
Alright.
stretches, and you can see like the disappointment is slowly setting in on his face. Like he was kind of excited for what boat he would get.
Oh,
And
poor
as
dude.
you all start walking up towards the
Gangplank?
the gangplank, towards the gangplank, there's kind of a few people like scattering about, you know, tending to their ships. Some of them have their own personal like sloops, fishing sloops, that kind of thing. And Oslo is the first one up the gangplank, and as he kind of like as he steps on it and then goes over and climbs up to the top of the ship. The rest of you follow. And standing before you is this half orc with his arms crossed. He's like, I gotta pull up his description. I forgot it immediately. Sorry.
The boys of Cusco.
There's
He
there's
is
this
Kronk.
half orc with his arms crossed, and he has a shaved head, but a really confident look in his eyes. He doesn't have any tusks that are protruding like normal half orcs do, or ones that cannot be seen easily. He has a light green skin, but he has like rough spun clothes. Like these are like almost peasant's clothes, that are just kind of like he's just wearing. And he's like, also kind of like steps up and he says, right, you must be Minoff. Great to meet you. I am King Oslo Basilius, we will be your charter for the next leave, I suppose. And the heifer kind of like extends his hand and shakes, and he says, I am the first mate, Minof Kortstand. It is lovely to meet you, Your Highness. And he kind of like looks at all of you and he says, you must be the famous Band of the Wild Storm.
Evening, that's us.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy.
Hi.
I can only assume that you will want to leave as quickly as possible. That's not the right accent, and I'm gonna fucking shoot myself, so... Give me a second.
You want to take a minute? Yeah, he's gonna keep working on this.
I believe that you would all like to leave as quickly as possible. However, there are some things that we must attend to first.
Anything we can help with?
Yes, that would be very spectacular, as a matter of fact. I require you to go and find the rest of the crew. They each have their own duties to attend to. For starters, what would be best is if you want to find Captain Arakiba. He is probably, to be honest, passed out somewhere. So go find him. If he needs anything, please do be inclined to help him out. However, I must ask that if he is to request any sort of alcohol or anything of that kind, please do not service him in any respect. If possible, try to trick him with some water. Try to trick him with some water. It's not happening. I think it's the jowls is the problem. It's not working.
Water.
Volter.
Try to trick him with some water. Next would be probably Friedel. You want to look for Friedel Nuland. They are a half elf. Probably looking for some kind of canvas. There is a new hole in the seal, and we need to repair it before we can go. Lastly, there is the last member of our crew is Whitby Eelgrass. If I know Whitby and I know Whitby, he has forgotten something, so please help him find whatever it is he left behind. And Your Highness, you are more than welcome to make yourself at home down below deck in the crew's quarters. I've heard that you are all rather skilled at sailing, so if possible, it would be fantastic if you could help us sail along as well, as the last of our crew has just left.
Of course. No problem.
Yep, sure, of course.
What does your captain look like, by the way? Didn't get a description on him.
Sorry, can you try that again?
What was the captain's description?
Oh, yes, of course. Captain Arakiba, he is a human. He has very long, white and grey hair. He probably reeks of some sort of alcohol.
Okay. Do we want to take the buddy system? I'm gonna turn to everybody else.
Yep. That would
Sure.
probably be wise, yes.
Okay,
Whatever gets us underway fast would be preferred.
so we have to find the guy that's forgetting something, we have to find the guy with the mask, we have to find the alcoholic. Am I missing anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
Did you get the guy looking for a canvas?
Yeah, guy fixing masks.
Okay.
my guess that the alcoholic would probably be near a tavern, and I would like to not go there because the thought of just smelling more alcohol right now makes my stomach.
It would be best if you went to go and find Whitby, then it is almost certain that he is around the docks looking for whatever he forgot.
Perfect. I'll go there.
I guess I'll go find the captain.
Okay,
I could try to find the canvas person, I suppose.
Fidel.
Friedel will be most likely at some shop for clothing or something. Now he's turning French.
No,
I can't. It's the jowls,
We-
dude. Maybe I'll just give up on the jowls.
no, we love the jowls.
I like the jaws.
Alright, who's going with who?
That's between you and Lothric.
Well, I
I'll
think
just
Bo's
go
the
look
most
for the
intimidating
captain.
by himself.
That's fine.
I'll go with Rutinaris, I guess.
Well,
Well-
Daenerys is going one way, I'm going the other way.
Oh yeah.
So, Walter, are you coming with me to the tavern to go get the captain?
I'll go with Ru then.
Yeah, I suppose.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so Lothric and Bo are going to the tavern. Rue and Magnus are going where?
To find the guy that forgot the thing.
Yeah, and then
Oh, okay.
as we leave, I'm gonna point at Daenerys. Be careful. Remember what happened last time. Kill them if anyone
Don't
tries to
get
touch
kidnapped.
I'll be careful, don't worry.
Rue is about as subtle as a brick right now.
you. Don't get kidnapped.
Don't get kidnapped. It's not a great experience.
Okay, so the first mate Minoff informs you that there are about 3 taverns in the area. The closest one is called the Bottomless Gourd. You should probably check there first. The other 2, he didn't really name off. He doesn't really know the town very well. He's not from here, but he knows that there are probably 2 more. And the clothing shop, the only clothing shop that you know of, Daenerys, is the one you passed by in here, which is oh, hang on one second.
Motherfucker just sent us on a fetch quest. God damn it.
Yeah, basically. It is the Hatched Thread.
Okay, and can she fly there? Just in
Yeah,
nature of
totally.
Daenerys, she will do that.
Yeah, she could just fucking go. So we'll go with Lothric and Bo first, as you head towards this tavern, the Bottomless Gourd.
Bo full on, like, are there like the door, or like the weird like gate
No,
door
they're
things?
not salon doors.
I was gonna do the
Saloon
cowboy
doors.
thing of like
It is-
bursting
it
in
is-
there.
It is a door that you open and close.
I open up the door.
I open
Okay,
the door.
This is the grossest tavern you have ever seen. There's all kinds of fluids on the floor. There's a couple of tables that look like they've not seen good things, and less chairs for certain. There is this dude washing down a table, and as he washes it, he picks up the rag, and it's just black. And he says, "Oh well," and he keeps scrubbing down the table, or the bar. Nope, there's 3 people in here.
Cole, I apologize. It was kind of hard to tell what the half orc was saying. Is it Captain Araba, like with a B?
Arakiba.
Arakiba. Okay, thank you.
Let me put.
I'm gonna look over to Lothric and I'll just say, "You take that one. I'll take the other one." Actually, you know, no, I'll just go over to the fucking barkeep. Oh my god, this place smells awful. Barkeep.
Anything.
Yeah. What do you want?
Is there a ship captain that came in here? Are any of these people ship captains?
There's all
Sailors.
kinds of ship come through, coming in day and out, good day and out. You know, they sail on the waves and hit the sails, and you know they sail on those waves pretty good, and they come in day and out.
It's fucking what's his fuck from King of the Hill.
Oh, yeah, it's Boomhauer.
It's Boomhauer.
Fucking
from King of the
Boomhauer.
Hill.
Man, you know, man, I've just been going over these mountains, man. You know, turning around the corner.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh dear
I'm
God.
just gonna deadpan look over to Lothric, and then look back at him. Good tone. And I'm just gonna go over to one of the passed out people on the floor.
Yeah, you want to drink a ale of wine with your beer?
No, absolutely not. I appreciate it, but no.
Yeah, we're not exactly here for drinks. We're looking for a
Michael's dad.
Captain Arkiba.
Oh yeah, came in a couple of days ago. Went out and tavern and came back in and drank along. You know, one of our tables was the meanest man I've ever met. Piece of shit. And you know, we went into the other town.
He
Is
went to
here
another
right
tavern?
now? I
Went
honestly
to
can't
another tavern.
understand what you're saying.
He went to another tavern, Lothric. This is similar to my dialect. This is so hard.
It's similar to redneck. It's not 100% redneck. It's more hillbilly than it is redneck.
No, that's not hillbilly. That's Cajun.
This is 100% Cajun.
It's not- it's not-
If he's not here, let's go check the other one.
He went to another tavern. Let's get out of here.
It's not
I
Bo's,
am not
Bo's
now.
flavor of. It's not Bo's.
Thank
flavor
you
of redneck.
kindly.
Can I have different
We'll just
flavors of
ask
Bo
for
now?
directions to the other taverns.
What'd you say, Lothar?
I'm gonna ask directions to the other taverns that are in town.
There's a few people outside the tavern. As you kind of leave and you open the door, you get hit with fresh air, and you're just reminded how bad that place smelled. There's like a couple of people walking, and even as you like approach and begin to ask, they kind of like just hurry on their way and kind of just ignore you. But you catch one or two of them, and you ask them, and they very quickly kind of just point you in a direction and continue on about their day. While that's being done, Magnus and Rue, you two are currently searching the docks for a Whitby eelgrass.
Cool.
Who
So we're just
is
kinda gonna,
a
like-
half elf, right?
No, this is a human boy.
Okay.
Human.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anybody around who looks
Roll
like
a
they're
perception check
searching?
to see if there's anybody around.
Can I
See
roll
if
a
there's anybody
perception
around that
check
looks
for
like they
human
want something.
boys? I sounds.
Roll a perception check for a human boys.
I got a
This
natural
fucking
20.
dice. Oh, good, 'cause I got a fucking 3, which is
I got-
8.
A 22.
This die isn't.
I
completely
am
normal.
so angry
It's
with
because-
my shit.
Because Rue's hungover.
It's stupid. This
Bruce-
garbage
yeah.
camera being a garbage fucking camera.
Being a
and
little
shit.
garbage boy.
Maybe it's
Not a good night.
because your attitude is sour.
You're gonna die. So I just want you to remember that.
What do you, I'm sorry.
Just
I'm, s- I'm
I'm just reminding you of your impending doom and the fact that you're going to die one day.
why would you do that?
Thank
Sorry.
you.
to me?
Bo.
What'd you say?
I got a 22.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of dudes around that look pretty young.
Dudes.
Dudes. Do any of them look like they're, like, actively looking for something? Or are some of them, like, actually doing things? Your mic is muted.
There's like one or two. None of them. I mean, they're like loading shit on ships and like
Okay.
gathering boxes and stuff. It's hard to tell and delineate because Minoff didn't really give you a good description.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And what was his name again?
Whippy.
Whitby eelgrass.
Whippy Eelgrass.
Whippy. Whippy grass.
I'm gonna just, excuse me, Whippy.
Whippy.
Whippy or Whippy?
Whitby, I posted. In the
Whitby.
Okay.
So you kind of like call out his name, and nobody really responds to you immediately. But you hear, oh, yes, that's me.
Head over
and
to him.
you kind of like look over, and he is on the other end of the docks. And it's this scrawny kid. He's got like little round glasses. He has. Let me pull up his exact description. How about that? I can give it to you right now.
Yeah.
He's a relatively good-looking kid. He's about 15, 16. His eyes are pretty wide. Like he looks like he was just like electrocuted. But they're like an. From where you are, you can tell that they're like a darker color. And his hair is like very crudely cut, almost like somebody took shears to them instead of actual scissors.
Yeah.
And he's wearing just like a flowing shirt and trousers, typical of sailors.
Head over.
Yep, we'll walk over.
First mate's. What is his name? It's nope. Drawing a blank.
Remember?
I know I don't. Drawing a blank. What was the first mate's
Rudy,
name?
you
Enough.
remember?
It was Gandalf. It
Oh,
was
Men, it starts with the M, starts with the men.
Minnow. Something. Minnow.
I just said
Minnow.
it.
So
Oh my god.
you guys are standing there, and you're like, first mate, Minu, and he's like, oh, first mate, Minu.
Yeah. He
Yes,
sent us
him.
to help you. Look for.
Oh,
What'd you lose?
that's great. Hey, sorry. I'm with the Eelgrass, and he kind of extends his hand.
Take it.
I'll
shake
take it.
We
Oh.
both collectively take it at one time and shake it together.
He's just very confused that that's happening. He's like, okay.
I don't.
No,
I'm
it's
not
okay.
mentally
I
here.
It's
She's very
you know,
hungover at the moment.
customs around the world. I lost our fishing poles. And Captain Arakeepa's not going to be very nice about that. So if you could help me look for them, that would be fantastic. Because if he finds out, he's going to dock my whole month's pay, and I can't afford that. You know, I'm only 5 years away from paying off my indentured servitude. I can't be here that long. So it would be great if you could help me. That'd be awesome.
I hate this captain, and I think I'm gonna fight him. Anyways, where did you
sorry, what was that?
last see them?
No.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. Where did you last see them?
That's I was you see, I was packing them away, and then a dog ran by, and
You stopped to pet the dog, didn't you?
I stopped to pet the dog.
It's all right. Okay. So you set the pole down. You set the poles down.
And he kind of just like gestures around him. He says, somewhere in this general area
Okay.
are the poles.
I love this kid. Can
Okay. Do you have like a description of what the poles look like the colors and?
wood sticks
Um,
with strings on them.
Oh,
They're mostly wood. They have string. That's the best description I could give.
okay.
Hang on. I think I have. I don't, motherfucker. Oh, can I summon Magma? And
Yeah,
just
totally.
be like, Magma, can you help us find these fishing poles? How many are there?
Okay. So you there are 4, I believe. And you take out your little bell and you give it a silent ring, and Magma kind of just like crawls out of like a small box. He's like, oh, oh.
Hi, bud. Give him a pet. Mind helping us find these fishing poles?
Anyway, just kind of like very silently. Let's see what he can do. Magma, fucking like the true fox he is, gets the fucking zoomies and just like runs down the docks, and very quickly comes back, and he's dragging a pole behind him.
Good
and he lays it on the
boy.
ground. And Whippy's like, "Oh, what? If you mind me asking, what is that?
It's a fox.
A fox?
It's a Maxianus vulpinus? Vol? I don't remember the.
Why are you
the
trying to find the
scientific
Latin name? You're not gonna know what the fuck that is.
Because I think it's funny. It's
Vulpus
a
vulpus.
vulpus. It's a fox, like a dog but smaller, more energy.
What? I would love one of those. What is? Can I get one?
I mean, not typically. This one's, you know, magical in a sense. But I mean, you can try to catch a pup and, you know, raise it, domesticate it. It's kind of, you know, different. But poles.
Yes, so we found
Right.
one. There was one, so does that mean the other three are nearby? Are by it? Like where?
And he kind of like looks at the pole and he's like, "What? Yeah, that is one of the poles. Hey there, little fella. Would you mind leading me to the rest?" And he's like very excitedly staring at Magma, and Magma's just not. He's just waiting for you to say something, Magnus.
Magma, bring us to, show us. Where'd you find this one?
Magma fucking runs away again. And,
Jog after him.
Whippy kind of like slips on some water and then runs after him very animatedly. And very quickly you find the poles. That'll bring us to Daenerys. Daenerys,
Hey,
you
it's my
are
turn.
gliding through the trees of the small but grand forest that surrounds Azuma, and eventually you land at the the entrance of the Hashed Threads, the shop that you entered. And it's this like little rinky-dink shop. There's like a window with like a couple of models inside, and there's some pretty chill clothing. It's not like fantastic, not city made, but this clothing could be used as a replacement or anything, you know.
Yeah, of course. I guess she'll just walk in.
Okay, so as you kind of like open the door, you hear a little ding-a-ling-ling above you as you hear, "No, you don't understand. I need the best thread you have. The best thread you have." And you walk in and you see like this long golden hair bouncing as this person in front of you is yelling at the shopkeep, who's a halfling, just like as they're like sitting, or they're both standing in the middle. You're surrounded by like different cloths and fabrics and threads, and it's kind of dimly lit. And this character in front of you is just like, "Do you have any golden thread? That would be the perfect thread, the best thread for the composition I'm working up."
Daenerys is kind of gonna observe for a second. Just
Okay.
gonna watch what's happening.
So, you hear the small halfling, who you can now see is a woman, kind of like, "I'm terribly sorry, sir, or madam. I don't have any access to golden thread. I have some yellow thread that has been dyed." No. That will not work. I need your best thread, your finest thread. How much is it? I will be willing to pay my entire month's wages. How much? She says, well, our finest thread would be made of a pseudo silk that is taken from some eelgrass spiders farmed right here in Azuma. And it would be, if memory serves, about a silver piece per wheel of thread. And he says, great, and how much, what is the footage on the thread? And she says, hey, it's about, I think, 5 feet per wheel. And he says, 5 feet? That is not enough. I need all of it. How much do you have? She says, I would have to check the back, sir.
As this is going on, Daenerys is like doing the mom stance. Like, just, yeah.
Okay. All right. Neither of them have noticed you yet. Do you want to say anything?
She's just gonna clear her throat. She's like,
Oh, excuse me, sir and/or madam. She kind of like howls around him and like looks at you. How may I? Oh, how may I help you?
hi. I'm looking for someone, and I think that I have found them. And she like glances over
So
to the
you say
guy.
that, and the halfling's eyes get a little bit wide with fright as she takes a step back.
Not, she's like, not in that way. We're in need
Guys,
of our.
we hit really quick.
room.
We hit 88 degrees in my room.
Oh my god.
Oh
Holy
god.
Alexa.
I'm looking for the rest of the ship crew. I was directed
Yeah.
over here.
I'm not sure if have ever worked on a ship.
No, you. Your
And,
customer.
very, very quickly, like this, they have long, like shoulder length golden hair. They fucking spin around like glamorously as the hair whips around them,
Jesus
and you see
Christ.
the most glamorous motherfucker you've ever seen. Their clothes are matched perfectly. In
There's
front of
got-
you stands
An 18 for hotness check, so.
Daenerys just sees
First you
Shiny and she's like,
a half elf with shoulder length golden hair and curious eyes. You can tell that they take care of themselves, and they're wearing very nice, soft looking clothing and a lot of jewelry. But it's all very like hand picked, and this is like if there was like a Vogue magazine, this would be on the cover of Vogue magazine. They while it does look good, it's also very audacious. This is like something that you wouldn't really expect from the time, but you're still kind of like immediately seeing it. You're like, oh, like that's pretty cool. And Friedel kind of turns to you and says, "Ah, yes, I work on a ship. How may I help you?"
Hi. Daenerys kind of like steps back. The rest of the crew is looking for you, I think.
Oh, yes, they are looking for me to repair the sail. They have my finest. And he stops mid sentence. He says, "My, oh my," and he steps towards you like one big step, and he says, "You are the finest specimen of your species I've ever seen, albeit the first. I must model you. I must model you and make a clothing. Please, please. It would be my very greatest honor."
is this what Magnus sounds like?
I would deeply appreciate that. I heard you're looking for good threads here, correct?
Yes, unfortunately, we are in this river town, and they only have pseudo silk thread, but it should be good enough. My needlework is the finest you've ever seen. I could make you look resplendent.
Daenerys is gonna like kind of hold out the side of her robe to like kind of show him her royal robe.
Oh, this is fantastic. The weaving is immaculate. It is perfect. It is magical. Almost magical.
Well, that's because it is magical.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense then. Here, let me buy this this thread from the nice little lady, and you and I can talk about all the wondrous things I can do with this beautiful figure you have. And he kind of like turns around and pulls out a coin purse and just plops it on the table. He says, "I would like all of your finest thread, please." And she says, "All right, I will go check the back." And she kind of like goes and walks to the door. It's kind of this flat that kind of as she leaves. Is there anything you want to say to Friedel while she's gone?
She's gonna Be like, you're very well dressed. Do you get paid well for being like part of the crew?
Paid well? No, of course. I am an indentured servant. I signed up to travel the world and see all of the beautiful fashion. I have what I like to call a passion for fashion. I wish to open my own studio and call it Passion for Fashion because my bird-like friend is my true dream. And
That's an amazing
Oh.
dream.
thank you. Unfortunately, I do not get paid much. Only about give me just a second. I do have it written down. I just
What a
have
funny
to
little
remember.
fella. They're so weird.
Sorry.
I only get paid about 8 silver pieces per month, but that would be fantastic if I could open my own place. I only
8
have
silver per month.
yes, it is not a horrible thing, but at least that is what Captain Arakiba has assured me. It will only take me another 11 years for me to pay off my debt to the captain, and after that, I will be free for my own ideas and dreams. Isn't that fantastic?
You have to work for him for 11 years.
Yes, well, it may sound like a lot. I've only been working for him for about 19 years so far. 30 years in total. Half-elves tend to live a lot longer than normal human beings, but that is okay. I'm resplendent at my age. I will be resplendent in the future. You believe me? And as he says that, you hear the door open, and she says, yes, well, we have 11 spools. That would be 55 feet, if that would be enough. And it would come out to about 22 silver pieces. And he kind of says, oh, 22 silver. Okay, well, I suppose I can only take 8 of those. I'm not sure if that would be enough to repair the sail.
So
Thank
there's
you
like
for your business.
turns to him is like, how many silver pieces do you have on you?
Well, between you and me, don't go telling Captain Arakiba. I have quite a bit. I've amassed my own little fortune of about 107 silver pieces, but I only get paid 8 silver per month, and I only currently have 5. I had to buy breakfast, and that was food and, well, bread and water. Breakfast of champions, I must say.
Say, I admire your ambition. I could spot you here.
I'm not sure I understand what that means.
I could pay for your threads.
I would not be able to pay you back anytime soon. I cannot accept that, no.
It would be payment for whatever you make me.
You see their eyes go like wide with like ideas as their head begins to turn, and they say, that would be absolutely fantastic. Please, how about this? You and whoever you are friends with, you buy me these threads. You buy me a bolt of cloth. A bolt of cloth. You can come to my Fashion of Passion whenever I open it, and you can get anything you want. Anything, absolutely anything. I will make you anything for anything free, forever, for as long as you are alive. That would be fantastic. Thank you. And they just give you a huge hug.
The nurse kind of pats him on the back and is like, that sounds like a wonderful deal.
Oh, if possible, that bolt and this thread would be phenomenal, fantastic, resplendent.
Of course. She walks up to the counter and is like, how much will all this cost?
Well, with that bolt,
Daenerys shrugs and puts four gold pieces across the table.
Friedel is very silently like, oh, 4 gold, what the hell? And okay, you found Friedel, and they've gotten their thread. So that'll bring us back over to Lothric and Bo, right after we take a 5-minute break.
Amiga.
All right, here we go. Ow, fuck, that hurt. All right, here we go.
Take 2.
So, Bo and Lothric, you are currently headed towards the next tavern you were pointed to. It is called the Soaked Toe. It is on it's closer to the docks than the Bottomless Gourd was. And this building, it's built more like an outdoor cafe than like a tavern. There's like an indoor part, but there's like a bunch of tables and chairs and like people eating and drinking outside, and they're just kind of having fun, having a good time.
I do not
Go
see a
in.
ship, Captain.
Well, let's just try the inside first.
Oh god, why is it named that? Alright, let's go.
Okay, so you open the door, and immediately you're met with a small flight of stairs, 3 steps down, and you're kind of like it sinks into the ground a little bit. And this place is pretty lively. There's a lot of people here. A lot of people drinking their booze, eating their foods. You know what I mean? They're having a fucking lively ass time. I'm filling time right now, so I can do this. Yeah, it's pretty lively. There's a lot of people drinking ale. There's a lot of people eating a weird kind of foliage. It looks like this, almost like 2 hands on a plate, and then there's like this center bulb that they're kind of just eating.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the barkeep.
There's
Excuse
no
me.
bar here.
There's no bar. What the
There's
fuck?
no bar here.
Okay, I'll go up to whoever's like looks like an employee of this
There's
place.
a dude like kind of like walking around with like a tray of like mugs and stuff.
The pans.
Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. How can I help you?
Have you seen a Captain Arakiba around?
Yes, Captain Arakiba. He was thrown out a couple hours ago. He caused a ruckus, and we don't really accept that here. So, he's somewhere else. You're talking about the guy with like the long hair and the vomit in his beard, right?
Yeah, that fits
Did
the
he
description.
happen to be a ship's captain along with it?
I would assume his name being Captain Arakiba. Yes.
And cool. And Bo turns around, walks out, and
Well,
Thank
can I
for
get you
your
guys
time.
anything to drink?
Actually, not at the moment, but thank you. Kind of
All right,
have urgent matters to attend to.
Have a good day.
thank you.
We're just gonna walk out and go to
Okay.
the next tavern.
The only remaining tavern you've been told is the Traveling Donkey, which is like right next to the harbor.
Wasn't
And
it the one that we actually went to the first time we were here?
oh, I don't
thought-
remember.
No,
thought
'cause
we
that was
went to
like
that
an
one.
actual inn.
It's
Yeah, we
been a
went to-
hot
okay.
minute. It's been a really hot minute. Let me take a look and I'll see.
Yeah, that was like
Um,
episode like what, 8 or 9?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was a long time
episode
ago.
8 was when Rue got kidnapped.
Love that for
dude,
me.
my fucking session 8 notes is 3 lines of text.
Is it really?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Can
love
we
an
know what they
underprepared
are?
Starts back in the Hearthfire Inn. Mostly going to be just a party deciding on what to do and where to go. Library is open now. Ilgrod, Mikhail. That's honestly about it.
Oh my god. Make
Oh,
hail?
that was the library. Yeah, Mikael was the
Oh,
guy running the
Mikael.
library.
Okay.
Yeah, Mikael.
This is the session group of slavers.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't actually remember. Sorry about that. It's the
That's
Traveling
okay.
Donkey. That's the name. If it is, then hey, that's fucking great. Way to go, me.
Okay, cool. We walk into the traveling donkey then.
As you walk into the Traveling Donkey, we're gonna say it's a different place because I'm gonna give a description. This place is dark and it smells like mold, and there's not a lot going on. There's a couple of people here and there getting their drink on, like some sitting at a bar, others are like just kind of like passed out on the table. It's not like gross, but it's not a tavern you want to spend a lot of time in.
Is there a barkeep or an employee that I can walk up to?
There's currently a barkeep who is. You watch as he kind of reaches down and pulls a bottle of like maybe wine, and he uncorks it and just takes a swig and puts it back on the bar.
Excuse me. Have you seen Captain Arakiba lying around here by chance?
Yeah, the worthless piece of shit. Yeah, he's over in that corner right there.
All right, thank you.
You want me to get
And
him?
then I'm gonna motion for Bo to come with me so we can go over there.
Bo's gonna like. Is he like at a table?
He is currently in like a corner. He's like his back is propped up against the corner. You can see he has like really dirty white and gray hairs that are kind of curly and hanging down in front of his face. He is muscular though. He's like pretty well built. He's short though. He's about 5'8".
Magnus's height.
Hang on, 1 second. He is 5'5", and while he is built, he's really pudgy. Like his face is very fat. He's got bright rosy red cheeks, and as soon as you like get within a general vicinity of him, he reeks like a dumpster. It is fucking disgusting. It's like a dumpster. Something leaked out 300 degrees inside because it's been just out in the desert sun for a week. It's just he's fucking disgusting.
Is he like passed out or is he like awake?
His head is hanging down. He has a bottle in his hand.
Captain,
I'm
up
gonna,
time.
like-
Come on. Sorry, Austin.
I'm gonna kick him with my boot.
Like how hard? Like tap him or
Not like
fucking-
kick him, but like I'm gonna nudge him. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
give him a
Is he dead?
So you nudge him and he goes, and he kind of like swings out and says, "Wait, the hell you want?"
Go back to your ship.
Yep.
You're escorting the king.
I'm escorting no hell, no way, not until I get my pay.
Not until you get your what?
My
His pay. You're the
How much
captain.
are we
What do you
talking
mean?
about?
I sailed halfway across this God's damn ocean. I deserve a bottle of booze. And he kind of like takes his bottle and he kind of like dumps it, and then he tries to keep going, and then eventually it's dry, and and he throws it, and it shatters across the wall, and the tavern, already quiet, kind of just deadens for a second, and then kind of kicks back up into like the slow murmurs of what's going on.
Do we need him?
We need you to come with us, please.
Oh, I'll come with you. And I'll captain my ship if I can get some damn booze.
Well, I will buy you some booze, and when we get back to the ship, it's yours.
All right, sounds good. You look kind of familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?
I don't think so.
Okay, you're pretty good about faces. But all right, maybe. All right, let's go.
Alright, Lothric's gonna go to the front of the bar and buy a bottle of booze.
Okay.
And
Uh,
how much is it?
remember, Minoff did ask you that if he asks for boobs, try to trick him with water. If you want to do that, if not, okay.
That's what I was gonna do.
Oh, okay. All right. The guy kind of just like he says, "Well, how much are you willing to pay?"
Well, I'm actually just gonna pay the price for the booze, but can you fill it with water, please?
Sure. He takes the wine in his hand, just fucking slams it, sets the bottle down, and he says, "I'll be right back." And he turns around and
He pees
goes
in it.
into
Give him a little wank.
He pees in it.
It's off.
you see him kind of open a trap door behind the bar and kind of go down some steps. He comes back up, eventually closes it, and then slams the bottle down, puts the cork back in, and says, "There you go. I'll be 8 silver pieces."
I'm gonna go ahead and slide 8 silver pieces all along the bar.
Okay.
And we will exit the tavern with the captain, and
Alright.
I'm keeping the booze in my hand.
And I would like to bring to attention for everybody who is thinking, oh, wait a minute. When they first came to Ashima, it was all about food, fun, and fucking the other F thing.
Favors.
Oh my god, it's the
Food,
fucking
fun, and
Yeah, I was gonna ask about it. I was
Fucking,
like, I'm not gonna ask.
The reason it's changed is because people died and they had to go to a more substantiated form of currency.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So.
Yep,
Mm.
checks out.
Before people are like, wait, hang on a minute, that's a little bit of a plot hole. Shut the fuck up.
Everybody should have got a picture
I need,
of that.
I need a,
I
I
did
need
it
a,
on purpose.
I need a
Damn it.
poll cam. We just
I
need
saw you
poll
go.
cams. Let's just switch to
And
cams.
I'm like, picture.
All right, so you guys bringing Captain Arakiba back. He's kind of like stumbling around, and it's hard. He's having trouble capturing his footing. And about now, it's probably about 4 p.m. And he's stumbling around, and he kind of like bumps into you once or twice, and kind of like looks at you, sizes you up for a second bow, as you continue to lead him back to the boat. And you have all completed the quest, and Minoff, still standing there, kind of looks at you and he says, oh no, man. I'm fucking washed up. A little washed up. He kind of says, thank you for handling my family. I appreciate it. We will set out within the next Friedel, and you're all back at the boat, by the way. And
Okay.
Friedel says, yes, it will only take me about 2 hours to repair the hole in the sail, and when we should be on our way. Very well. You may all find your own assigned places in the crew's quarters, and by all means, please make yourselves at home. Welcome. And he kind of spreads his arms and he says, "To the whip snap."
Thanks.
Sweet.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why is that
Thank
still
you.
playing?
If
Yeah, I told you to shut the fuck up.
if you
I
need
told you to shut the fuck up.
anything
Dad.
from us, let us know.
Okay. So, okay, sorry. I thought there was music in this, and I was like, I don't remember there being music. So, is there anything you guys would like to do before you set sail from Live Liqueur and head to Solili? And again, this is one of those moments where in the game, big screen pops up and says, "Is there
Mhm.
anything you want to do before you set sail to Solili?"
No.
Dusty is on the ship,
I
right?
would.
Dusty is on the ship. He's down in the animal hold.
Tempest.
thank you.
Is
Tempest has probably been dispelled, considering he can do that at any time.
I would like to take out that rag, and I'll pull 10 threads from it,
Okay.
conjuring 10 minor potions of healing, and I will
Right.
distribute them amongst the party.
Now I'm trusting you to keep track of how many you have on that. That being
Oh,
said,
I have, man. There's 8
Okay.
charges left.
Tanaris, as you're kind of like ruffling through your bag, the big book of quizzes, Feed Buzz's big book of quizzes, kind of like and flies around the ship for a little bit.
Oh. Can I try to catch it?
Yeah. If you want to, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. What's my modifier for that? That's +3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 17.
17. You manage to fucking and just catch it as it tries to fly, and it's kind of like a bird caught in a hand.
She's like stuffs it back in her bag.
Okay. All right. Very well. So,
Actually, can I see if there are any Griftmoors nearby?
yeah, totally. What day is it? It is currently Vel's Day, the 24th. So, Griftmoors are not active during Vel's Day and Low Day.
Okay.
but there is still a mail shop that they will be taking mail from. They close in 20 minutes though, so you'd have to be there and back very quickly.
In a panic, Daenerys is gonna like run over there and deliver a letter.
Okay. All right. Very quickly, you kind of like drop off a letter and then fly back onto the whip snap, the coarse wood below your feet or talons.
Before.
Rue.
Sorry, continue! So sorry!
Rue. Is there anything you would like to do?
No. I'm good.
Okay. And Magnus.
I would actually like to go talk to,
Falmore? Okay.
Yeah. Just be like, hey, thanks for, taking those letters. I know he didn't accept it, but just hold it aside for him whenever he's older.
Okay. He's kind of like hauling the last of the crates onto the boat, and he kind of like, and he says, I'm sorry, what?
The letters that I sent you. I know he didn't accept, but just hold the
No,
money.
he took the money.
Okay.
He just refused to accept that it was from the Band of the Wildstorm. Once I told him that it was you, he accepted it.
Oh. Okay. Cool. How is he, by the way?
Well, I mean, he lost his only family in the world only, what, half a month ago. He's a strong kid, though. And, weirdly enough, I think he looks up to you and Lothric. I don't think he really likes the others. And he kind of, like, grabs another crate.
I'll help him with the rest of the crates as, like, we're chatting.
Okay.
What
He
did
says, oh, thank you.
I do?
From what I can tell, he's not plotting any revenge, so.
That's... Wasn't worried about that, but, I just feel guilty and, you know, responsible, so I wanted to make it right. Yeah, I'll probably send you another letter in roughly, like, 2-ish months.
That's totally fine. I've taken on responsibility for him myself. And he kind of like grabs another crate. And I will be taking care of his finances, and he will be living at the matron station for the time being until we see to it that he is either old enough or we find any distant relatives of his. Dude, I thought your cat was a fucking raccoon for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
That's Alice's spirit animal, Cole, didn't you know?
Magnus
name
has
is-
a fox
his
and I
name is
just have a
Rocket.
trash.
we adopted a trash panda
Yeah.
along with our 2 cats.
No.
Oh,
What's your temp at, Cole?
Steve the raccoon.
still 89.
His name would be Kaiju, fucker.
Still.
Anyways. Kaiju the raccoon. Okay. Sounds good. I just, you know, wanted to check in. If anything,
Of
so.
course.
Well,
Yes.
we'll be out of your hair
thank you.
soon. I'm gonna finish helping him with the crates.
Okay. It takes 3 minutes with you.
Yeah.
And he kind of just like, and load crates on. And the last thing you help him with is this large, heavy chest. As you unload it onto the deck. It's pretty mundane. Like, it's not bedazzled or anything, but it's pretty fucking heavy. And also kind of comes up and he kind of bends down and just grabs it with both hands and lifts it up like it's nothing and just takes it down below deck. as you all begin to disperse different things.
Can I?
Don't roll a hotness check, please.
What'd you get? Oh no. That's
You got a
not
2?
fucking
No, it's a 20? Jeez.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oslo's a
Oh.
dilf, apparently.
I like big. Magnus likes
Well,
big
I thought
men
that
and
was
little
obvious.
ladies. Okay.
Magnus really projecting his Freudian ideals here.
God damn.
Oh my god.
I'm going to go have another identity crisis now. I did actually want to ask Foul more about the sword to see if any of the. I wanted to ask him about the quote unquote attacks that were happening in town, and then show him the sword, and then be like, "Did you ever see anything like this from them?"
No, the attacks were primarily cultish in nature. As soon as we flushed them out, though, we haven't had any more. They were trying to convert the town into the cult in the north. Luckily, though, we managed to circumvent that.
Okay.
It's a terrible shame about their daughter.
Yeah. Right. Just wanted to ask because we're trying to, get to the bottom of it. But
Right,
thanks.
where does this come from?
We don't know yet. Our guess could be underground, so if there happen to be any cave-ins or anything like that, be careful. Treat it with major
Yes,
caution.
I've heard reports of sinkholes opening up, but nothing near here.
Sinkholes, anything, just keep an eye out. And if
It's a good word of caution.
if the land starts dying out, that's a good warning that something could be coming.
Oh, okay. Good to know too. Thank you. All right. Well, I believe it is time for me to go. Tell everyone I said have a safe and pleasant journey, and thank you, Magnus, for everything you've done. It's not seen widely, but and you're helping with him, and it's greatly appreciated.
I do my best. I'll see you. Just
Yes.
just gonna go.
Okay. He walks back down the gangplank, and Minoff kind of steps up and raises the gangplank and kind of brings it in, and he gives a call and he says, "Get ready to sail," and the anchor begins to get raised out of the water. The very small shallows. Captain Arakiba, I'm going to say that Bo, Lothric, and Rue are probably down making their cruise quarters. Pretty
Yes.
neat, nifty, nice. Captain Arakiba has his own little closet basically that he sleeps in. Minoff stays in the captain's quarters. And Tanaris, what are you doing?
She's gonna kind of just stay on the deck, just kind of overlook what's going on.
Okay. So, as the last light of the 24th of Vel's Day begins to fade away, Alice, thank you for the fox, I guess. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's cute.
For whenever
the last
Magma
light-
is out.
Okay. As the last light of the 24th of Vel's Day fades away, and the sun beckons over the towering trees and rolling green hills of Livlicur, you raise anchor, drop sail, and begin to slowly make your way down the river that leads to Azimuth. You begin to set sail, and far away, the memories and the ideas and the feelings of Livlicur carry with you on the brisk but shallow waves of the river. Your adventure up to this point has been traveling to Cobalt, meeting a matron who never trusted you, and then slowly began to love you. Going from Cobalt and heading towards the town you just left through this very same river, it feels like a lifetime ago. meeting Falmorn, getting kidnapped, and making your way to the capital city of Alethor. For the majority of you, this was an opportunity you've never had before, and an opportunity that could only boost you towards the answers you were seeking. And as time went on, you began to realize your connection to this world, to each other, to your friends, and maybe even to your family. Looking around on this ship, there are 11 people. Of course, you 5, and the 4 here. Sorry, I should say 13 people. There are the 4 crew members of Minoff, Whitby, sorry. Whitby, Minoff, Captain Arkiva, and Friedel. Why can't I remember their names? That's kind of goofy. But there's also the king of Livlicker accompanying you, a friend at this point, but also your greatest ally. With him is his daughter and his daughter's personal guard and the matron of Alethor, Isabella Califax. You've been to Spectre Island and back, a feat no one else has been able to claim. You've met a man who is little more than myth and revealed secrets that are even less than myth. And as the waves take you out of the woodlands of the forest surrounding each bank of the river, as the mouth of the river gets wider and wider and eventually leads you to the ocean, to the Cobalt Sea. And the stars above in the night sky greet you. You may all do as you wish.
I am going to go to the top of the deck and just kind of look out at the stars from the bow of the ship.
Okay.
I was probably going to be doing the same just from a distance.
All right.
I'm playing fetch with magma.
Okay.
Penny's
just
gonna be
just
talking to.
sit. Sorry. Go
Penny's
ahead.
gonna be talking to a crew member that she helped.
Okay.
I have a hard time remembering their name.
I'm pretty sure it's Friedel. Yeah, it's Friedel.
Adele? Okay.
And Lothric, what are you doing?
Probably gonna go over to Magnus.
I'm sliding a ball bearing across the deck.
The what?
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Deck?
Dick?
across the dick.
The deck?
Dick?
Sorry.
The Penus?
Deck?
Sorry. My
It's okay,
Magnus
you just said
accent
you just said it in a fucking.
My
in
Magnus
an accent
accent?
from.
went away. It fucking switched.
Did you say dick normally?
No, deck. It's a deck.
Okay.
Hey,
Alright.
Magnus.
What's up?
So, I know that I've been kind of one-off with you about earlier with the advice on how to get over battles like that. I wanted to apologize. I'm not exactly in the right mind right now. I got a lot of things going on. But I wanted to apologize.
You're fine. For as long as we've known each other, I know you're not a big on feelsies kind of guy. And I know we're very different in that aspect, but you're fine. Are you okay though? You've been a little off since Icalia.
Well, with everything that's happened with me, with the whole thing that happened at Spectre Island, I got a feeling that it's gonna get worse. Even though I'm fine, and I'm not gonna, I guess, be taken over by whatever's inside of me.
Pause. Hang on. Taken over? Was that a risk? Is that a risk? Are you good?
Well, it's not exactly a risk. I didn't take anything, but I haven't exactly gotten his name yet. But when we were talking, while I was meditating, he told me that he was going to do everything that he could to take me over, and that he was going to strike when I least expect it.
Okay.
So I don't know what that's going to entail, and I don't want to put anybody else in danger.
But like,
So I just wanted to give you a warning that if I act strange and not myself, that's not me.
so there's another person inside you?
You could say that. He's trying to take control of me, if that makes any sense.
Did you ask? Can you like speak with him, or is it like I'm going to haunt you forever kind of thing?
It's not like the second one, but I've been trying to connect
Okay, well,
to that Purple Hill plane, but every time I try to, there's nothing.
okay. Have you asked him why?
That's why I'm trying to connect with him so I can ask him all these questions. I just wanted to let you know.
Well, I appreciate the warning. I appreciate the apology, even though it's really not needed. But, have you told any of the others about this yet?
No, you're the only one that I've talked to about it as of now. Because you and I have known each other for a while and I haven't gotten to know everybody else. So
I
I felt
mean-
like it was best entrusted with you.
Fair. If you get the chance, though, I would tell him. Weird.
I was gonna talk to Bo about it
Yeah.
eventually.
He's gonna be butthurt knowing that I know first, but, you know, he'll get over it. But tell everybody else, keep us all in the loop. We just want to make sure you're okay.
Thanks. And another thing, if you're up for it, I've noticed that, don't take this as an insult, but you've kind of been lacking on the combat aspect of things, and if you want, I can teach you better hand-to-hand combat techniques if you want.
Magnus is gonna hold his hand to his chest, like, clearly, like, play offend. Like, how dare you? I will have you know that I am extremely skilled in hand-to-hand combat. My brothers used to beat me up all the time. No, I'd appreciate it. I rely more on, you know, magic kind of stuff, so yeah, it'd be useful to get something else under my belt.
Psst. Fucking cats. Fuck off. Having a moment.
Having a moment. We're trying to roleplay here. Sure, if you want. I'm kind of a pain to teach, though. It takes a while for me to actually grasp some things, so. bear
Well,
with
it's
me.
basically whoever wants to join, but I thought I might come and ask you first.
Are you starting like a
since I'm
fight
over
club
here.
or something?
No,
Is-
I'm not starting a fight club, but it's best to be prepared just in case you don't have a sword to swing
Yeah.
or you're not able to use magic.
I appreciate the offer, and I'll take you up on it. thanks.
All right then. Well, thanks for the chat.
Yeah, if you, need to talk about anything, I'm here.
Thank you. And Lothric's gonna go, I guess, find Bo wherever he's at.
Okay. He's also on the deck.
Just
Okay.
staring at the sky. He's probably pointing out, like, I don't know if you remember, like, whenever we got back to Reliquary, but Bo was, like, pointing out, like, constellations to Rue. He's probably just looking for those again. And this hat
Hey,
is probably
Bo.
in his lap.
Are you busy?
No.
Well, I just got done talking with Magnus. I let him know what happened with me after Spectre Isle. The thing that took control, that whole ritual thing, it's related to that. I wanted to talk to you about it if you got a second.
Oh yeah, I got time. I'm just waiting to get. Oh god, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm just waiting for us to arrive in Solili.
Yeah, I bet it's quite exciting to see your parents again.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Exciting.
Well, I'm happy for you. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that there's something inside of me that is trying to gain control, and I'm constantly fighting it. I don't know exactly what it is, but while hating, and after that nightmare that I had, there was a guy that wants to take control of my body.
Sorry, what? There's a what trying to do what now? In you?
Yeah, there's a guy that I wouldn't say possessed me, but that Purple Hill plane of existence that we traveled to,
Yeah.
I have trapped him there for the time being. And he told me that he was going to strike when I least expect it and take everything from me. So I wanted to let you know that if that ever happens and I'm doing things that it's not me, just wanted to let you know that it wouldn't be me doing those things.
I do have a question though.
Yeah, what is it?
If I was in your situation, I'd ask you to do the same. But are you
Thanks.
no, I'm not finished. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna have to say. Are you asking me to, if need be, take care of that if he takes over?
If he takes over and I can't seem to gain control again,
If I'm still here by that time, yes.
if you're still here, I don't think between you and me, Magnus would be up for that. But if it comes down to it, I would expect you to end my suffering and put me down.
Bo takes off his glove, and you see his scarred hand reach out to you. He says, "This is not a promise I want to make, but I will make you it nonetheless."
Lothric grasps his hand in a firm handshake. Thank you.
Hermano, we have a lot to deal with.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
That will bring us to the end of tonight's session. However,
Oh, you're muted.
Changing 2 lights to red.
at the beginning of the session, I asked each of you to roll a d20 for me. And I just want to go over those again. For the listeners, lights in my room turned red, and I'm very excited. So, Bo,
I think I
I'm
just threw up
fucking
a little.
scared right now.
you
Don't
rolled
do
a
your.
natural
Fuck
one.
off, you spooky bitch.
Magnus, you rolled a 16. Rue, you rolled a 9.
Yeah.
Lothric a 15, and Tanaris a 16 as well.
How much gold got pickpocketed from us?
So that will bring us to the end of tonight's session. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you
You're
all
just leaving us.
No!
Fuck, dude.
all enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, then leave a dislike.
What does it
and
mean?
What you didn't like? That would be great.
Bruh.
I
Apart
rolled
from
a
that,
natural one.
apart from that, thank you all so much for watching. Bye, stream.
No.
Bye,
stream.
guys.
But stream.
I swear to God, if I don't have my
Cole, what does it
testicles, I'm
mean?
gonna be